If I ever see that card again, I'll kill you, not hurt you, kill you. Evelyn Carter pressed herself against the bathroom floor, Derek's voice still echoing through the apartment. Blood pooled under her cheek, fresh from where his class ring had split her lip open moments ago. Her phone screen was cracked, but the number was still visible. Luca Moretti, the Mafia boss who'd seen through every lie she'd told that morning. Her finger hovered over the call button. This was it. The moment she chose between surviving another beating or trusting the most dangerous man in Chicago. Outside the bathroom door, Derek's footsteps approached. She had seconds to decide. Before we continue, please subscribe to our channel and stay with me until the end of this story. Comment below what city you're watching from so I can see how far Evelyn's journey has reached. Now let's begin. 6 hours earlier. Please, Derek, I said I'm sorry. Evelyn's words came out broken, desperate. She was on her knees in their kitchen, her hands raised defensively as Derek stood over her, his boot inches from her ribs. Sorry doesn't pay the fucking rent, does it? His voice was cold, controlled, the calm before the storm. Where's the money, Evelyn? I told you I had to buy new tires. The car wouldn't pass inspection without his boot connected with her side. Once, twice, 3 times. Evelyn curled into herself, trying to protect her ribs, but Derek's wedding ring caught her temple as he bent down, grabbing her face. You don't make decisions about our money. I do. Say it. You make the decisions. Louder. You make the decisions. Her voice cracked, tears streaming down her face. Derek released her, stepping back. He checked his watch, the expensive one she'd bought him for their anniversary, the one that had cost her 2 months of grocery money. You've got a big meeting today, right? With that property developer? Evelyn nodded, tasting copper. Then fix your face. I need you to keep this job. He grabbed his jacket, pausing at the door. And Evelyn, if you embarrass me by showing up looking like this, we'll have a much longer conversation tonight. The door slammed. His truck roared to life. She had 45 minutes to make herself presentable. 45 minutes to hide what 5 years of love had done to her. The elevator to Carter and Vale Property Management opened on the 15th floor at exactly 9:27 a.m. Evelyn stepped out, her makeup thick enough to cover most of the bruising. Most, not all. Her ankles screamed with every step. Sprained probably, maybe fractured. She didn't have time to find out. Evelyn, Martin Vale's voice carried across the reception. Thank God, Moretti's already here. Conference room B, don't keep him waiting. Her stomach dropped. He's early. 30 minutes early. Been sitting there like a statue, hasn't said a word. Martin grabbed her elbow. She winced and pulled her aside. Listen, this deal could save us. The Moretti Group is offering top dollar. All you have to do is present the portfolio, answer his questions, and close. Can you do that? Yes. You look terrible. Are you sick? Migraine, I'm fine. Martin's eyes narrowed at her temple, where makeup couldn't quite hide the split skin, but he didn't push. He never pushed. All right, but Evelyn, this man is dangerous. Don't screw this up. She wanted to laugh. Dangerous. Martin had no idea what dangerous really meant. Conference room B was at the end of the hall. Through the frosted glass, she could see him. Luca Moretti. Perfectly still in his chair, his hands folded on the table like a man waiting for prey to walk into a trap. Evelyn's hand touched the door handle. Her reflection stared back at her, pale, exhausted, broken. You can do this, she whispered. 2 hours. Just survive 2 hours. She opened the door. Luca Moretti didn't stand, didn't smile, didn't perform any of the polite rituals men usually did. He simply looked at her, and Evelyn felt every lie she'd prepared die in her throat. His eyes were gray, cold, calculating. The kind of eyes that saw everything. They saw her now. Ms. Carter. His voice was quiet, almost gentle. Somehow that made it worse. You're bleeding. Evelyn's hand flew to her temple. Her fingers came away red. The cut had opened again. It's nothing. Sit down. Not a request. Luca was already moving, crossing to the sidebar where Martin kept his first aid supplies. Val, get her water. Now. Mr. Moretti, really, I said sit down. Something in his voice made her legs fold. She sat, hard. Her ribs protested. Martin scrambled out, muttering about ice. The door clicked shut. Evelyn was alone with Luca Moretti. He pulled a chair directly in front of hers. Close. Too close. She could smell his cologne, dark, expensive, nothing like Derek's cheap body spray. Look at me. She couldn't, wouldn't. Evelyn, look at me. Her eyes lifted, met his, and she watched him take inventory. The cut on your temple is fresh, less than 3 hours old. The bruising on your jaw is shaped like fingers, 4 on the left, thumb on the right. Whoever grabbed you has large hands. Your ribs, he gestured, his eyes never leaving her face. You're holding them, broken or cracked. Your left ankle can't support weight. You're favoring your right side. He paused. The wedding ring that split your skin had an engraved pattern. I can see the imprint. The room spun. Evelyn gripped the armrest, her knuckles white. Car accident. I had a car accident. Liar. The word hung between them like a verdict. You don't know me. I know enough. Luca opened an antiseptic wipe, the sound absurdly loud in the silence. This will sting. His hand came up, steadying her face. His touch was gentle, controlled. Nothing like Derek's. Evelyn flinched anyway. Easy. Luca's voice dropped lower. I'm not going to hurt you. Everyone hurts me. The words slipped out before she could stop them. Luca's hand stilled the wipe hovering between them. Not everyone, he said quietly. Not me. You don't even know me. Then tell me your name. Your real name. Not Ms. Carter. Not whatever he calls you when he's angry. Your name. Evelyn, her voice cracked. Evelyn Rose Carter. Beautiful name. He pressed the antiseptic to her cut. She hissed, but his other hand held her steady. Who did this to you, Evelyn Rose? I told you. And I told you I don't believe in car accidents that leave finger-shaped bruises. He cleaned the wound with steady, practiced hands. I'm going to ask you one more time. Who did this? The door opened. Martin bustled in with ice and water and nervous energy. Sorry, here we are. Evelyn, you should go home. Rest. We can reschedule. No, Luca didn't look away from Evelyn. We proceed as planned. Ms. Carter is stronger than you think. Aren't you, Evelyn? It wasn't really a question. It was a challenge. Evelyn took the water from Martin with shaking hands. Yes, I'm fine. Let's begin. Yeah. Mini climax number 1, 3 minutes in the meeting should have been impossible. Every breath hurt. Every word felt like swallowing glass. But Evelyn had spent 5 years hiding Derek's violence. She knew how to perform. She opened her portfolio, her hands steady now. The Carter and Vale property portfolio consists of 43 buildings across Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. Total valuation of $212 million. Luca leaned back in his chair, his eyes never leaving her face. Continue. She presented each property, occupancy rates, maintenance histories, revenue projections. Martin nodded along, adding details, but Luca only had questions for Evelyn. The Riverside Complex, 4 vacant units for 18 months. Why? Evelyn's throat tightened. The Riverside Complex was Derek's disaster. He'd been skimming renovation funds for 2 years. She had proof locked in a drawer at home. Contractor delays, permit issues. Bullshit, Martin's coffee cup clattered. Mr. Moretti, I've seen the permit records. They cleared 14 months ago. I've spoken to the contractors. They finished 8 months ago. So I'll ask again. Luca's eyes pinned her. Why are those units still vacant, Evelyn? Because Derek stole the money. Because the units are barely livable. Because I've been covering for him to keep my job. Internal management issues, we're addressing them. Are you? Luca pulled out his phone, scrolling through something. Because I have photos from last week. Mold damage, faulty wiring, broken windows. Those units aren't just vacant, Evelyn. They're uninhabitable. He looked up. Someone's been stealing. And you know who. Silence crashed through the room. Martin stood. Mr. Moretti, I assure you. Sit down, Vale. I'm talking to Ms. Carter. Luca's attention never wavered. You're protecting someone who's stealing from your company, someone who's also hurting you. It's the same person, isn't it? I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. Luca leaned forward. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell me his name, and then I'm going to make sure he never touches you again. You can't. I can do anything I want, Evelyn. That's what power means. The question is, are you brave enough to let me? Dahan. Mini climax number 2. 6 minutes in, Evelyn stood so fast her chair scraped against the floor. "Excuse me, I need bathroom." She ran, not walked, ran, her ankles screaming, her ribs on fire, her vision blurring. The bathroom was empty. She locked herself in a stall and vomited. Once, twice, until there was nothing left. Her phone buzzed. "Derek, where are you, Derek? Answer me." "Derek, I'm outside your building. I can see your car. I know you're in there." Her hands shook so hard she nearly dropped the phone. "Derek, who are you meeting with, Derek? Don't make me come up there." A photo loaded. Derek in the parking garage, smoking, staring at the elevators. Watching. Always watching. Evelyn splashed water on her face, destroying her makeup. The bruises stared back at her in the mirror. Purple, green, yellow. A timeline of violence. Someone knocked on the bathroom door. "Occupied?" "It's me," Luca's voice. "Open the door, Evelyn. This is the women's restroom." "I don't care. Open the door or I'm coming in." She unlocked it. Luca stepped inside, closing the door behind him. In the fluorescent lighting, she could see him clearly now. Tall, broad-shouldered, dangerous in a way that had nothing to do with violence. "He's here, isn't he?" "Outside the building." Evelyn's silence was answer enough. Luca held out his hand. "Give me your phone." "No?" "Evelyn, your phone." She handed it over. Watched him scroll through Derek's messages, his jaw tightening with each threat. "Derek Monroe, 2847 Ashland Avenue, apartment 3B. Luca looked up. "That's where you live." "How did you?" "I know everything about everyone I do business with, including their employees." He pocketed her phone. "You're not going back there." "You can't just give me my phone." "No. That's theft. Sue me." Luca grabbed her wrist gently, carefully, and pushed up her sleeve. Bruises lined her forearm. Old ones, new ones, layers of violence. "How long has this been happening?" "It's not your business." "You became my business the moment you walked into that conference room bleeding." His thumb traced one of the bruises, feather-light. "How long?" 5 years. The confession broke something in her. Evelyn's legs gave out, but Luca caught her, holding her upright. 5 years, he repeated, his voice deadly quiet. "And you never left." "Where would I go?" "He controls everything. My money, my car, my apartment is in his name. I have $17 in my purse and no family who will take me in." She laughed, bitter and broken. "So yeah, I stayed, because surviving was better than being homeless." "Surviving isn't living. It's all I have." "No," Luca lifted her chin, forcing her to meet his eyes. "You have me now, and I'm going to fix this." "You can't fix me. I'm too broken." "You're not broken. You're surviving. There's a difference." He released her, pulling out his own phone. "Marcus? Conference room B, now." "Who's Marcus?" "My head of security. He's going to take you somewhere safe." "I have to finish the meeting." "The meeting's over. I'm buying all 43 buildings. Full asking price plus $3 million, non-negotiable." Luca's eyes hardened. "And I'm also buying your freedom from Derek Monroe." "You can't buy people." "Watch me. Mine." Mini climax number 3. 9 minutes in, Marcus appeared in under 2 minutes. 6'4", built like a tank, completely expressionless. "Take Miss Carter to the penthouse. She's not to leave. She's not to contact anyone. And if Derek Monroe shows up, handle it." "Understood." "Wait," Evelyn grabbed Luca's arm. "What are you going to do?" "What I should have done the moment I saw your face." Luca straightened his cuffs, his movements calm and controlled. "I'm going to have a conversation with your boyfriend." "Please don't hurt him." "Why not?" "Because that makes you just as bad as him." Luca's laugh was cold. "No, Evelyn, it makes me worse, because when I hurt people, they stay hurt." He nodded to Marcus. "Get her out of here." Marcus's hand closed around her elbow, firm but gentle. "Ma'am, this way." "Luca, please." But he was already walking away. His phone pressed to his ear, giving orders in Italian that sounded beautiful and terrifying. Marcus guided her to a private elevator, different from the one she'd used, faster, direct to the parking garage. A black SUV waited, engine running. Marcus opened the door. "I can't just leave." "My job." "Mr. Moretti already spoke to your boss. You're on paid leave, indefinite." "He can't do that." Marcus's expression didn't change. "Mr. Moretti can do anything he wants. Now get in the car, Miss Carter." She got in the car. The drive took 15 minutes. Through downtown Chicago, past her apartment building where Derek's truck sat in the parking lot, past her regular grocery store, her dry cleaner, her whole life. They stopped in front of a high-rise that looked like it cost more than every building in the Carter and Vail portfolio combined. "Welcome to Moretti Tower," Marcus said. "Penthouse level. You'll be safe here. Until when? Until Mr. Moretti says otherwise." The penthouse was obscene. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Lake Michigan, marble floors, original artwork, furniture that probably cost more than her annual salary. A woman was waiting, older, kind eyes. "Ms. Carter, I'm Elena. I'll be looking after you. Are you hungry?" Evelyn shook her head. "You need medical attention. I've called Dr. Reeves. She'll be here within the hour." "I don't have insurance." Elena smiled. "Mr. Moretti takes care of everything. Come, let's get you settled." She was led to a bedroom bigger than her entire apartment. The bed was enormous. The attached bathroom had a tub that could fit 3 people. Fresh clothes in the closet, all your size, toiletries in the bathroom. If you need anything, press 9 on any phone. Elena paused at the door. "You're safe here, Ms. Carter. Mr. Moretti's word is absolute. No one will hurt you again." The door clicked shut. Evelyn stood in the center of the room, surrounded by luxury she'd never dreamed of, and started to shake. This wasn't real. It couldn't be real. Men like Luca Moretti didn't save women like her. They used them, owned them, discarded them. Her phone still with Luca buzz. Somewhere in the city, Derek would be calling, texting, getting angrier with every unanswered message, and Luca was going to talk to him. God, what had she done at mini climax number 4? 12 minutes and Dr. Reeves arrived exactly 1 hour later, professional, efficient. She examined Evelyn's injuries with gentle hands and growing anger. 2 cracked ribs, sprained ankle, minor concussion, multiple contusions in various stages of healing. She looked up from her tablet. "How long?" "Does everyone ask that?" "Everyone who cares." Dr. Reeves pulled out a prescription pad. "Pain medication, anti-inflammatory, something for sleep. You'll heal, but it'll take time." "How much time?" "Physically 6 weeks, emotionally." She squeezed Evelyn's hand. "That's up to you." After the doctor left, Elena brought food, soup, bread, tea, simple things that tasted like they cost a fortune. "You should eat," Elena said. "Keep your strength up." "I'm not hungry." "Eat anyway. Mr. Moretti would be upset if you didn't." There it was, the expectation, the demand. What does he want from me? Elena's expression softened. "Want from you nothing, child. He wants nothing but for you to be safe." Nobody does something for nothing. Luca does. Elena sat on the edge of the bed. "Do you know why he built this tower, this empire?" Evelyn shook her head. "Because when he was 8 years old, he watched his father beat his mother to death. And he was too small, too weak to stop it." Elena's voice was quiet. "He swore that day he'd never be powerless again, that he'd never watch another woman suffer. So when he sees someone like you," she trailed off. "You reminded him of her, his mother." The words hit like a physical blow. I'm not his mother." "No, but you're someone's daughter, someone's friend, someone who matters." Elena stood. "Eat, rest, and trust that for once in your life, someone is actually going to protect you." Duh. Mini climax. Number 5, 15 minutes in. Evelyn managed 3 spoonfuls of soup before her phone, still with Luca, rang somewhere in the city. She could feel it. Derek calling, Derek screaming into voicemail, Derek getting in his truck and driving to find her. The sun set over Lake Michigan. The penthouse lights came on automatically, bathing everything in warm gold. Marcus appeared at 8 p.m. "Mr. Moretti is on his way. He asked me to tell you Derek won't be a problem anymore." Evelyn's blood turned to ice. "What did he do?" "Had a conversation. That's all." "Marcus, what did he do?" "Exactly what was necessary. Nothing more." The elevator chimed 20 minutes later. Lucas stepped out, his suit jacket gone, his white shirt rolled to his elbows. There was blood on his knuckles. Evelyn stood. "Tell me you didn't kill him." "I didn't kill him." Luca crossed to the bar, pouring 2 fingers of whiskey. "He's alive, conscious, in a hospital with 2 broken legs, a shattered jaw, and a very clear understanding of what happens if he ever says your name again. Oh God. He'll recover in 6 months, maybe longer. Luca downed the whiskey. And when he does, he'll remember that Luca Moretti owns him, his life, his future, everything. You can't just... I already did. He turned to face her. Your apartment is being cleared as we speak. Your belongings will be here by morning. Your car is in the garage downstairs. Your bank account has been separated from his. You have full access. The police have been notified of his abuse. There's a restraining order being filed tomorrow. Evelyn's legs gave out. She sat hard on the couch. Why? Because you asked me to help you. I didn't ask for any of this. You called me. Luca's voice was soft, dangerous. From your bathroom floor, bleeding, terrified. You called me Evelyn. That was asking. She had, God help her, she had. What do you want from me? Luca crossed the room, kneeling in front of her so they were eye level. His hands rested on his knees, controlled and careful. I want you to heal. I want you to remember what it feels like to be safe. And when you're ready, he paused. When you're ready, I want you to live again. And then what I owe you, I belong to you. No. His eyes were steady, honest. Then you walk away, free, whole, and you never think about Derek Monroe or Luca Moretti again. You expect me to believe you want nothing? I expect you to rest, to eat, to let Dr. Reeves monitor your injuries, everything else. He stood, putting distance between them. Everything else is your choice, always. He walked to the elevator, pressed the button. Luca, he turned. Thank you. His smile was small, sad. Don't thank me yet, Evelyn. The hard part is just beginning. The elevator doors closed. Evelyn sat in the silence of a penthouse that cost more than her entire life, surrounded by luxury and safety and freedom she didn't know how to hold. Her phone buzzed on the coffee table. Not Derek's number. Luca had given her a new phone, new number, new life. One text message. Sleep well. You're safe now. Oh. For the first time in 5 years, Evelyn believed it. She curled up on the couch, pulled a cashmere blanket around her shoulders, and let herself cry. Not from pain, not from fear, from relief. The nightmare was over, but somewhere in the back of her mind, a small voice whispered, "What comes next?" Evelyn woke to sunlight she didn't recognize. Wrong angle, wrong brightness, wrong everything. She sat up, fast, too fast, her ribs screaming in protest. The penthouse. Right, she was in Luca Moretti's penthouse, on his couch, wrapped in a blanket that probably cost more than her car. Her phone showed 6:47 a.m., 15 missed calls, all from numbers she didn't recognize. Then she remembered. New phone, new number, new life. The door to the kitchen opened. Elena appeared carrying a tray. Good morning, I heard you moving. Coffee, eggs, both. Evelyn's stomach turned. Just coffee, please. Elena set the tray down, her eyes assessing. You didn't sleep in the bed. I couldn't. It felt too clean, too expensive, too much like something she didn't deserve. I was fine here. Mr. Moretti won't be pleased. Mr. Moretti isn't here. No. Elena poured coffee with steady hands, but he called 3 times last night to make sure you were settled. He'll call again this morning, and he'll ask if you slept well. Evelyn took the coffee. It was perfect. Of course it was perfect. Everything in this place was perfect. What am I supposed to tell him? The truth. He values honesty above all else. Even when the truth is that I don't belong here. Elena's expression softened, especially then. The coffee was still hot when Evelyn's phone rang. Unknown number. She almost didn't answer. Hello. You slept on the couch. Luca's voice, not a question, a statement. How did you... Elena told me. Why? Evelyn stood walking to the windows. Chicago stretched out below her, waking up. The bed was too nice. It's a bed, Evelyn, not a throne. It felt like one. Silence. Then a sound that might have been a laugh. I'll have them bring you a sleeping bag. Would that be more comfortable? Don't mock me. I'm not mocking you. I'm trying to understand you. Papers rustled on his end. Dr. Reeves sent her report. You need to take your medication. Have you eaten? Elena brought food. That's not what I asked. Have you eaten? Not yet. Eat, take your pills, rest. I'll be there at noon. You don't need to noon, Evelyn? He hung up. Elena was smiling when Evelyn returned to the living room. He's concerned. He's controlling. There's a difference between controlling and caring. You'll learn to see it. Elena gestured to the tray. Now eat, before he calls back to make sure you actually did. Mini climax number 1. 3 minutes. The eggs were still warm when someone knocked on the penthouse door. Elena's expression tightened. Stay here. Who is it? I don't know, but Mr. Moretti didn't mention visitors. Elena disappeared. Voices carried from the foyer, hers sharp and firm, and another voice Evelyn didn't recognize. Male. Aggressive. I know she's here. Tell Moretti he can't just steal people. Evelyn's blood froze. Derek. She stood, her legs shaking, and moved toward the voices. Sir, you need to leave, now. Not until I see Evelyn. She's my girlfriend. He has no right. He has every right, and you have a restraining order being filed this morning. If you don't leave immediately, I'll call security. Fuck security. Fuck Moretti. Evelyn. His voice shattered through the penthouse. Evelyn's hands started shaking so badly, she had to grip the doorframe to stay upright. Evelyn, I know you're here. Elena's voice dropped to ice. Last warning, leave or I call Mr. Moretti directly. And trust me, you don't want that conversation. I'm not afraid of... The elevator doors opened. Marcus stepped out, and Derek's words died in his throat. Mr. Monroe. Marcus's voice was flat, professional. You were told what would happen if you came near Miss Carter again. I just want to talk to her. 5 minutes, that's all. No. You can't keep me from her. She's mine. Marcus moved. 1 second Derek was standing. The next he was face down on the marble floor. Marcus's knee in his back, his arm twisted at an angle that made Evelyn wince. Ms. Carter doesn't belong to anyone, Marcus said quietly, especially not you. Now I'm going to escort you out, and if you ever come back, I won't be this gentle. Understand? Derek's face was purple with rage. Moretti's going to pay for this. You're all going to... Marcus twisted Derek's arm higher. Derek screamed. Understand? Yes, fuck, yes, I understand. Marcus hauled him up, marching him to the elevator. Derek's eyes found Evelyn standing in the doorway. The fury there made her step back. This isn't over, Evelyn. You hear me? This isn't... The elevator doors closed on his words. Evelyn's legs gave out. She sat hard on the floor, her whole body shaking. Elena knelt beside her. Breathe, just breathe. He's gone. He knows where I am. He knew where you might be. The building has 50 floors. 70 apartments. He was guessing. Elena's hands were steady on Evelyn's shoulders, and now security knows his face. He won't get past the lobby again. You don't know Derek. He doesn't give up. Neither does Mr. Moretti. Mini climax number 2, 6 minutes. Luca arrived at 11:43 a.m., 17 minutes early. His expression was murder. Marcus told me. Evelyn was back on the couch, her medication making everything fuzzy around the edges. I'm fine. You're not fine. You're terrified. Luca crossed to her, kneeling. Look at me. She looked. His eyes were storm cloud gray today, furious. Derek Monroe is being arrested as we speak. Breaking a restraining order. Trespassing. Harassment. He'll spend tonight in jail. By tomorrow, he'll be facing charges that'll keep him locked up for months. He'll make bail. Not from me, he won't. Luca's voice was cold. I own 3 judges and the district attorney. Derek Monroe doesn't take a piss without my permission now. Understand? Evelyn should have been horrified, should have protested, should have said something about justice and law and doing things the right way. Instead, she asked, how long can you keep him locked up? As long as necessary. Years if you want. I don't want him dead. I don't want to become like him. You could never be like him. Luca's hand found hers, his thumb brushing her knuckles. He destroys. You survive. There's no comparison. But you're destroying him for me. That makes me responsible. No, it makes me responsible. You didn't ask me to do this. I chose it. My decision. My consequences. He stood, putting distance between them. But I need to know something, Evelyn. And I need you to be honest. What? Do you still love him? The question hung in the air like smoke. Evelyn looked at her hands. The bruises there, the scars, 5 years of evidence. I don't know if I ever loved him, or if I just loved the idea of not being alone. She met Luca's eyes. Does that make me pathetic? It makes you human. I stayed for 5 years. Let him hit me, break me, use me. What kind of person does that? A person who's afraid, a person who's trying to survive. Luca moved to the windows, his hands in his pockets. My mother stayed with my father for 8 years. Every day he hurt her. Every night she told herself tomorrow would be different. It never was. Elena told me about your mother. Did she tell you he killed her in front of me, that I watched her die and couldn't do anything to stop it? Yes. I was 8 years old, powerless, useless. Luca's reflection stared back from the glass. I swore that day I'd never be powerless again, that I'd never watch another woman suffer. So when I see you, his voice broke, when I see you, I see her. And I see the chance to do what I couldn't do then. Evelyn stood, her ribs protesting. She crossed to him, standing close enough to touch, but not touching. I'm not your mother, Luca. I know. And I'm not your redemption. I know that too, he turned to face her. But maybe we can help each other anyway. You need to remember how to live. I need to remember that not everyone I save stays dead. The words were so raw, so honest that Evelyn felt tears burning. I don't know how to do this, any of this. Neither do I. Luca's smile was small, sad. But we'll figure it out, together. Mini climax number 3, 9 minutes. They ate lunch together. Luca ordered from some restaurant that didn't have prices on the menu, and they sat at the massive dining table like two strangers learning each other's languages. Tell me about your family, Luca said, cutting his steak with precise movements. There's nothing to tell. Everyone has family. Mine disowned me when I moved it in with Derek. Said I was making a mistake, that he was bad news. Evelyn pushed food around her plate. They were right. I was too proud to admit it. Where are they now? My father died 3 years ago. Heart attack. My mother remarried. Lives in Florida. We haven't spoken since the funeral. Siblings. A brother, older. He's a lawyer in Boston. Last I heard, he has 2 kids and a wife who runs marathons. She looked up. What about you? No siblings? No wife? No kids? Just an empire. Just an empire. Luca sipped his wine. In a penthouse with a woman who's afraid to sleep in the bed. I told you why. You told me it was too nice. That's not the real reason. Evelyn set down her fork. Fine. You want the truth? I'm afraid if I get comfortable, if I let myself believe this is real, you'll take it away. Or Derek will find me. Or I'll wake up and realize this was all a dream and I'm still on my kitchen floor bleeding. This is real. How do I know that? Luca stood walking around the table. He held out his hand. Come with me. Where? Trust me. She took his hand. His grip was warm, steady, alive. He led her to the bedroom, the one she'd avoided since arriving. What are we doing? Proving this is real. Luca pulled back the covers. White sheets, down pillows. Lie down. Luca, just lie down, trust me. She did. The mattress was perfect. The pillows cradled her head. Everything smelled clean and expensive. Luca sat on the edge of the bed, not touching her, just close. This bed is yours. This room is yours. This safety is yours. Not because I'm letting you borrow it, but because you deserve it. Say it. I can't. Say it, Evelyn. I deserve this. The words felt like glass in her throat. Again. I deserve this. Louder. I deserve this. Her voice cracked. Tears spilled over. I deserve to be safe. I deserve to not be afraid. I deserve to wake up without checking for bruises. Yes, Luca's hand found hers. Yes, you do. She cried until she couldn't anymore. Luca sat there silent and steady, his hand holding hers like an anchor. When the tears finally stopped, she asked, why are you doing this? Because someone should have done it for my mother, and because, he paused, because the moment I saw you limping into that conference room, something in me recognized something in you. We're both survivors, Evelyn. We just survived different wars. So, mini climax number 4, 12 minutes. Major twist. Evelyn's new phone rang at 3 p.m. Unknown number again. She almost ignored it. Hello, Miss Carter. This is Detective Sarah Reeves with Chicago PD. I need to ask you some questions about Derek Monroe. Evelyn's stomach dropped. What kind of questions? Can we meet preferably not at Mr. Moretti's residence? Why not? Because this concerns him too. Luca was in his study on a conference call in rapid Italian. Evelyn knocked anyway. He looked up, saw her face, and ended the call mid-sentence. What happened? Police, they want to talk to me. About Derek. About you. Did they say why? No, but they don't want to meet here. Luca's expression went cold. They think I'm intimidating you, controlling you. They think you've traded one prison for another. Have I? The question stopped him. Do you feel like a prisoner? I don't know what I feel. Then let's find out. Luca grabbed his jacket. We'll meet them together. You'll answer their questions honestly, and then you'll decide for yourself if you want to stay here or not. And if I want to leave, then you leave. I won't stop you. His eyes held hers. I told you, Evelyn, everything is your choice. Always. Bang. Mini climax number 5, 15 minutes. They met Detective Reeves at a coffee shop in neutral territory. She was younger than Evelyn expected. Sharp eyes. No nonsense. Ms. Carter, Mr. Moretti, thank you for coming. Luca pulled out Evelyn's chair before sitting himself. What's this about Detective? Derek Monroe is claiming Miss Carter was kidnapped, that she's being held against her will, that Mr. Moretti has threatened her and her family. That's bullshit. Evelyn's voice was steady. Complete bullshit. So you're at Mr. Moretti's penthouse voluntarily? Yes. And he hasn't threatened you, coerced you, made you feel obligated to stay? No, Evelyn paused. He's given me a choice. That's more than Derek ever did. Detective Reeves pulled out a tablet showing photos. Evelyn's apartment. Trashed. Furniture destroyed. Walls punched through. Derek did this after you left. Neighbors called it in, said he was screaming your name, threatening to find you, kill you, and she swiped to another photo. Kill Mr. Moretti. The last image showed words spray painted on Evelyn's bedroom wall. She's mine. Moretti's dead. Luca didn't even blink. Arrest him for terroristic threats. We did. He made bail an hour ago. What? Evelyn's voice went shrill. You said he'd be locked up. His brother posted bail, corporate lawyer, called in favors. Detective Reeves looked at Luca. Even your judges can't hold someone indefinitely without evidence. I'll get you evidence. Legal evidence, not coerced confessions, not threats. Reeves leaned forward. Look, Mr. Moretti, I know who you are. I know what you can do. But I need to make sure Ms. Carter is safe, actually safe, not just transferred from one controlling man to another. I'm not controlling her. Then let her speak for herself. Reeves turned to Evelyn. Ms. Carter, in your own words, do you feel safe with Mr. Moretti? Evelyn looked at Luca, at the man who'd cleaned her wounds, who'd destroyed her abuser, who'd given her a bed too nice to sleep in and freedom she didn't know how to hold. Yes, she said quietly. For the first time in 5 years, I feel safe. And if you wanted to leave right now, walk away. Would he let you? Yes, he's already told me he would. Then why haven't you? The question landed like a punch. Because I don't know where else to go. Because my apartment is destroyed. Because Derek knows where I work, where I shop, where I get my coffee. Because leaving Luca's penthouse means being vulnerable again. Evelyn's voice strengthened. But mostly because I don't want to leave. I want to stay. I want to heal. And I want to figure out who I am when I'm not being someone's punching bag. Detective Reeves studied her for a long moment, then nodded. All right, but Ms. Carter, I need you to understand something. Derek Monroe isn't going to stop. Men like him don't. He'll keep coming, keep escalating, until someone gets hurt. I know. And Mr. Moretti's protection is a double-edged sword. It keeps you safe from Derek, but it also paints a target on your back for anyone who wants to hurt Luca Moretti. Luca's jaw tightened. Are you trying to scare her? I'm trying to prepare her. There's a difference, Westphal. Reeves stood. Ms. Carter, my card. If you ever need help, real help, call me. Day or night. Evelyn took the card. Thank you. When the detective left, Luca and Evelyn sat in silence. She's right, Evelyn finally said. I am a target now. Because of you. Yes. And Derek's going to keep coming. Yes. So what do we do? Luca's smile was cold. We do what I should have done from the beginning. We end this. Permanently. Next item. Mini climax number 6, 18 minutes. They returned to the penthouse in silence. Marcus was waiting. Derek Monroe left the police station at 4:17 p.m. Last known location, a bar on West Madison. He's drinking. Heavily. Making threats. Is he armed? Luca asked. Not that we can confirm, but his truck has a gun rack, hunting rifles, all registered. Evelyn's hands started shaking. He's going to come here. Tonight. Let him try. Luca turned to Marcus. Double security. No one gets past the lobby without clearance. And I want eyes on Derek. Every move, every word. Already done. When Marcus left, Evelyn grabbed Luca's arm. Don't kill him. Please, I know what he is. I know what he's done. But if you kill him, it makes you a murderer. And it makes me the reason. He's already made himself a dead man. I'm just deciding when to collect. Luca, you want me to let him keep threatening you? Keep destroying your life? Keep existing as this shadow you'll never escape? I want you to find another way. There is no other way. Men like Derek don't stop. They don't learn. They escalate until someone's dead. And I'd rather it be him than you. The words hung between them like a verdict. I can't be the reason you become a killer. You're not the reason. He is. Luca's voice dropped. But I'll make you a deal. Give me 1 week, 7 days. If Derek stays away, proves he can control himself, I'll let him live. But if he comes near you, threatens you, even thinks about you wrong. His eyes went cold. Then all bets are off. 1 week, 7 days. And if he doesn't make it, then you'll have to learn to live with the guilt, because I already know how. Bang. Mini climax number 7, 21 minutes. Night fell over Chicago. Evelyn tried to eat dinner, tried to watch TV, tried to pretend her entire world wasn't balanced on Derek's self-control. At 11 p.m., her phone rang. Derek's voice filled the line, slurred, angry, broken. I know you're with him. I know you're fucking him. Tell me the truth, Evelyn. Tell me. She should have hung up, should have blocked the number. Instead, she asked, how did you get this number? I have my ways. I always find you. You know that. Derek, please, just let me go. Let you go, he laughed, sharp and bitter. You're mine. You've been mine for 5 years. You don't get to just walk away. I already did. No, you ran. There's a difference. But running doesn't work, baby. Because I'll always catch you. Always. Luca appeared from nowhere, taking the phone from her shaking hands. Monroe, listen carefully. If you call this number again, I'll find you. If you say her name again, I'll hurt you. If you even think about her, I'll make you wish you'd never been born. Understand? Derek's laugh was poison. Tough words from a man hiding behind money. Let's see how tough you are when I put a bullet in your head. Try it, I dare you. I will, and when I do, I'm taking Evelyn with me. If I can't have her, nobody can. The line went dead. Luca's expression was murder. He dialed Marcus. Find him now, and when you do, bring him to me. Luca, you promised. He just threatened to kill us both. The deal's off. No, Evelyn grabbed his arm. You gave him 7 days. It's only been 1. You have to keep your word. My word means nothing when your life is at stake. It means everything. Because if you break your word to me now, how do I know you'll keep it later? How do I know I can trust you? The question stopped him cold. You're asking me to let a man who wants to kill you stay free. I'm asking you to keep your promise. 6 more days, that's all. Luca's jaw worked. Finally, he spoke into the phone. Find him, watch him, but don't touch him. Not yet. He ended the call, turning to Evelyn. 6 days, but if he makes 1 move toward you, I'm done waiting. Understood. And Evelyn, you're not leaving this penthouse until this is over. Not for work, not for air, not for anything. Understand, Oshes? That's not fair. Fair is you being alive. Everything else is negotiable. Saying, mini climax number 8, 24 minutes, day 2. Evelyn woke to find Luca sleeping in the chair beside her bed, still in his suit from yesterday, his gun on the side table, his eyes opening the instant she moved. What are you doing here? Making sure you're safe. You don't need to sleep in a chair. The bed is big enough. No, his voice was firm. We're not there yet. Maybe we never will be. But right now, you need to heal, not navigate whatever this is between us. What is this between us? Lucas stood, straightening his suit. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. After Derek. After Derek, she repeated, like he was a deadline, an obstacle, a problem to solve. Elena made breakfast, eat, take your medication, rest. I'm not an invalid. No, you're a woman recovering from 5 years of abuse. There's a difference, He left before she could argue. Evelyn found her phone, 6 missed calls, all from numbers she didn't recognize. All Derek, probably. Using different phones, different tactics. Marcus appeared at the bedroom door. Mr. Moretti asked me to collect your phone, for your own safety. He's taking my phone now. He's protecting you from harassment. By controlling what I can access, Marcus's expression didn't change. By making sure Derek can't reach you. There's a difference. Everyone keeps saying that, but it feels the same from where I'm standing. Ms. Carter, Marcus stepped into the room. I've worked for Mr. Moretti for 12 years. I've seen him save 23 women from situations like yours. You know what happened to most of them. What? They went back. To their abusers, to their old lives, because freedom was scarier than familiarity. His eyes held hers. Don't be one of them. Let him protect you, even when it feels suffocating. Because the alternative is Derek Monroe finding you alone. She handed over the phone. Up and out. Mini climax number 9, 27 minutes. Major twist day 3. Evelyn was going stir crazy. The penthouse was beautiful, luxurious, perfect, and absolutely suffocating. She tried reading, tried watching movies, tried sleeping. Nothing worked. Her mind kept circling back to Derek, to Luca, to the impossible choice between safety and freedom. At 2 p.m., Elena brought lunch and an envelope from Mr. Moretti. Inside was a key and a note in precise handwriting of the library, 42nd floor. Use it whenever you need space. Evelyn took the elevator down. The library was smaller than the penthouse. Warmer. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, a reading chair by the window, no security cameras, privacy, actual privacy. She cried for 20 minutes. Not from sadness, from relief. Someone knocked. Evelyn wiped her eyes. Come in? Luca entered carrying 2 cups of coffee. Elena said you might be here. How did you know I needed this? Because I would. He handed her a cup. When my father was alive, I had a room. Just mine. He never came in, never touched it. It was the only place I felt safe. What happened to it? I burned it down after he killed my mother. Burned the whole house down. Luca sat in the opposite chair. But I built this library as a replacement, a reminder that safety doesn't have to come with fear. You're giving this to me. I'm sharing it with you. There's a difference. Evelyn sipped her coffee. Detective Reeves called, left a message with Elena. What did she want? Derek's brother filed a complaint, says you're harassing Derek, stalking him, threatening his life. I am. Luca, but I'm doing it legally, carefully. He can't prove anything. Luca's smile was cold, and his brother is about to have much bigger problems than me. What did you do? Nothing yet, but I made some calls. Turns out Derek's brother has been embezzling from his law firm, nearly $2 million over 4 years. How do you know that? Because I own the auditors who found it, and tomorrow they're going to report it to the State Bar Association. Evelyn set down her coffee. You're destroying Derek's entire family. I'm destroying everyone who enables him. His brother, his friends, his support system. By the end of the week, Derek Monroe will have nothing. No money, no allies, no power. And then what you think he'll just give up? No. Luca's eyes were steady. Then he'll make a mistake. And when he does, I'll be waiting. Tigger. Mini climax number 10, 30 minutes day 4. Evelyn woke to screaming. Not in the penthouse. Outside. Somewhere in the building. She ran to the living room. Elena was on the phone. Marcus was checking his gun. What's happening? Derek Monroe is in the lobby, demanding to see you. He has a gun. Evelyn's blood turned to ice. How did he get past security? He shot the guard, non-fatal, but he's barricaded the elevator. Says he'll kill anyone who tries to stop him. Where's Luca? On his way, ETA 3 minutes. That's too long. Derek will be up here by then. Marcus grabbed her arm. Safe room, now. What safe room? Elena pushed a panel in the wall. It slid open, revealing a small room with reinforced walls. Mr. Moretti had it built for emergencies. I'm not hiding while people get hurt because of me. You're not hiding. You're surviving. The elevator chimed. Marcus shoved Evelyn toward the safe room. Go. She went. The panel closed behind her. Through the small window, she could see Marcus taking position. Elena disappearing into another room. The elevator opened. Derek stepped out. Blood on his shirt, gun in his hand, eyes wild with rage and alcohol and something darker. Evelyn, I know you're here. Come out and nobody else gets hurt. Marcus didn't move. Put down the gun, Monroe. Fuck you. Where is she? Gone. Mr. Moretti moved her yesterday. This penthouse is empty. Liar. Derek fired. The bullet hit the wall 2 feet from Marcus's head. Marcus still didn't move. Last chance, put it down. Not until I see her. Not until I make her pay for what she's done. What she's done, Marcus's voice was ice. You mean survive, escape, choose herself over you. She betrayed me after everything I gave her. You gave her bruises, fear, pain. That's not love, Monroe. That's ownership. Derek's face went purple. You don't know shit about us. About what we had. I know she's better off without you. Then where is she? If she's so happy, why is she hiding? She's not hiding, she's healing. And you're not part of that process. Derek raised the gun again, this time pointing at Marcus's chest. Tell me where she is, or I'll paint this room with your... The elevator chimed again. Lucas stepped out, no security, no backup, just him, and in his hand a gun that made Derek's look like a toy. Monroe, we need to talk. Derek's gun swung toward Luca. His hands shook, sweat dripped down his face. You. This is all because of you. Luca's expression didn't change. Put the gun down, Derek. Why, so you can have your thugs break my legs again, so you can steal my girlfriend and destroy my life. I didn't steal anyone. Evelyn left you. There's a difference. Bullshit. She loved me. We were happy until you... Happy? Luca's laugh was razor sharp. Is that what you call putting her in the hospital? Breaking her ribs? Splitting her face open? I never put her in any hospital. Because she was too afraid to go. Too afraid you'd finish what you started. Luca took a step forward. Derek's gun hand trembled harder. You want to shoot me? Go ahead. But it won't change what you are. A coward who beats women because you can't handle your own failures. Shut up. You're weak, Derek. Pathetic. The only power you ever had was the power she gave you by being too scared to leave. I said shut up. And now she's gone. And you're standing in my penthouse with a gun you don't have the balls to use, threatening people who could end you with a phone call. Lucas smiled. Cold. Lethal. So what's it going to be? You going to pull that trigger? Or you going to prove me right? Derek's finger tightened on the trigger. Evelyn screamed from the safe room. Don't! The sound shattered Derek's focus. His head whipped toward her voice. Marcus moved. One fluid motion. Derek's gun clattered to the floor. Derek went down hard, Marcus's arm around his throat. Stay down, Marcus growled. Derek thrashed, choking. Let me go. Let me... Luca picked up Derek's gun, checking the chamber. Loaded, safety off. You really were going to do it. I just wanted her back. That's all. You wanted ownership, control. Someone to hurt when life got hard. Luca crouched beside Derek, his voice dropping to a whisper. But she's not yours anymore. She's not anyone's. And if you ever come near her again, I'll make sure you spend the rest of your life regretting it. You can't keep us apart forever. Watch me. Police sirens wailed outside. Detective Reeves burst from the elevator, gun drawn, 3 officers behind her. Everybody freeze. Luca stood slowly, hands visible. Detective, perfect timing. Derek Monroe just attempted murder. Marcus, release him. Marcus let go. Derek collapsed, gasping. Reeves's eyes took in the scene. The gun on the floor, the blood on Derek's shirt, the bullet hole in the wall. Mr. Moretti, you want to tell me what happened here? Derek broke into my building, shot a security guard, Came up here threatening Ms. Carter. He was about to shoot me when my head of security intervened. Luca's voice was perfectly calm. Everything's on camera. I'll have my lawyers send the footage immediately. Where's Ms. Carter? The safe room panel slid open. Evelyn stepped out, her face pale, her hands shaking. I'm here. Reeves holstered her weapon. You all right? No, yes, I don't know. Evelyn stared at Derek on the floor. He looked smaller now. Pathetic. Nothing like the monster who had haunted her nightmares. Evelyn, baby, please. Derek reached for her. Don't call me that. Her voice was steady, strong. Don't ever call me that again. I love you. I made mistakes, but I love you. You don't know what love is. Love doesn't break ribs. Love doesn't terrorize. Love doesn't show up with a gun. I was desperate. You left me with nothing. I left you with exactly what you gave me. Nothing. Evelyn turned to Reeves. Arrest him for assault, for breaking and entering, for attempted murder, for every threat he's made. I'll testify. I'll give you everything. Reeves nodded to her officers. They hauled Derek up, cuffing him. You're making a mistake, Derek spat. He's just using you. When he's done, he'll throw you away like garbage. Maybe. Evelyn's eyes were dry, clear, but at least I'll still be breathing. They dragged Derek to the elevator. His screaming echoed all the way down. When the doors finally closed, Evelyn's legs gave out. Luca caught her before she hit the floor. I've got you. He was going to kill you because of me. He was going to try. There's a difference. Luca guided her to the couch. But it's over now. He's going to prison for a long time. His lawyer will get him out. They always do. Not this time. Luca's smile was grim. His lawyer just got disbarred, as of this morning. Embezzlement charges. He won't be helping anyone. Evelyn looked up. You did that. I did what was necessary. When does it end, the revenge, the destruction? When you are safe, when he can never hurt you again. Luca's hand found hers. When you can sleep without nightmares. When you can live without looking over your shoulder. That's when it ends. Detective Reeves cleared her throat. She'd stayed behind watching them. Ms. Carter, I need a statement, official, for the record. Now, strike while it's fresh, while the evidence is clear, before his lawyers, or what's left of them, start spinning stories. Evelyn nodded. Okay, yes, let's do it. Mini climax number 1, 3 minutes. The statement took 2 hours. Evelyn told Reeves everything. 5 years of abuse, the hospitalizations Derek had talked her out of, the money he'd stolen, the threats, the violence, the fear that had become her normal. Why didn't you report this before, Reeves asked. Because I thought I deserved it. Because he told me I did. Because leaving felt more dangerous than staying. And now I know the truth. I didn't deserve any of it. And staying would have killed me eventually. Reeves closed her notebook. We'll need you to testify at trial. It won't be easy. Defense will try to discredit you, say you're lying, that Mr. Moretti coerced you. Let them try. Evelyn's voice was steel. I'm done being afraid. When Reeves left, Elena appeared with tea and sympathy. You did well, child. I don't feel like I did well. I feel like I just painted a target on my back. The target was already there. You just stopped pretending it wasn't. Elena poured tea with steady hands. Now comes the hard part. Living with the choice you made. What if I made the wrong choice? There are no wrong choices when it comes to survival. Only the ones that keep you breathing and the ones that don't. Luca returned at sunset. His suit jacket was gone. His sleeves were rolled up. He looked exhausted. Derek's being charged with attempted murder assault with a deadly weapon, breaking and entering and violating a restraining order. Bail's set at $5 million. He can't make it. His family has disowned him publicly. His brother released a statement an hour ago, says Derek's actions don't represent their family values. Luca's smile was bitter. Money talks, and right now it's saying Derek Monroe is on his own. You orchestrated all of this. I protected you. That's not the same thing. Isn't it? Evelyn stood facing him. You destroyed his family, his career, his life, all to keep me safe. Yes, that's terrifying, Luca. I know. Because if you can do that to him, what stops you from doing it to me? If I make you angry, if I leave... The question hung in the air like smoke. Luca crossed to her slowly. Nothing stops me, except me, and the choice I make every day to be better than my father, to use power to protect instead of destroy. His eyes held hers. But you don't have to trust that. You don't have to trust me. You just have to decide if staying here is better than the alternative. And if I can't decide, then you keep living, keep healing, and eventually the answer will come. He turned toward the door. I'm staying at my office tonight. Give you space. Time to think. Luca, wait. He stopped. Thank you for not killing him. I know you wanted to. I still want to. His voice was quiet. But you asked me not to. And your opinion matters more than my rage. He left before she could respond. Hey. Mini climax number 2. 6 minutes. Evelyn spent the night in the library, not sleeping, just thinking. Her phone returned by Marcus after Derek's arrest showed 37 messages. Friends she hadn't talked to in years, co-workers, her mother. She opened her mother's message first. I saw the news. Are you okay? Call me, please. Evelyn stared at the words. Her mother, who told her Derek was a mistake, who'd been right, who Evelyn had been too proud to call. She pressed dial. Her mother answered on the first ring. Evelyn, oh my God, Evelyn, are you? I'm okay, Mom. Silence, then crying, soft and broken. I'm so sorry. I should have done more. Should have made you leave him. Should have. You couldn't make me do anything. I had to choose it myself. Evelyn's throat tightened. I'm sorry I didn't call. After Dad. After everything. You're calling now. That's what matters. Her mother's voice steadied. Where are you? Are you safe? I'm safe. I'm with, Evelyn paused. I'm with someone who's helping me. The Mafia boss, Luca Moretti. You know about him? Everyone knows about him, honey. It's all over the news. Derek tried to kill him. You're living in his penthouse. A pause. Are you safe there? Really safe? Yes, he's not like Derek. How do you know? Because he gives me choices, because he lets me say no, because he's never once raised his hand to me. Yet, the word hit like a slap. Mom, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to protect you. Men who solve problems with violence don't stop being violent just because you're not the target. Eventually, you will be. Luca's different. That's what you said about Derek. Evelyn closed her eyes. I know, but I'm different now, too. I won't make the same mistake twice. Promise me something. If he ever hurts you, if he ever makes you feel afraid, you'll call me. Immediately. And I'll come get you. No questions, no judgment. I promise. I love you, Evelyn. I never stopped. Even when you wouldn't talk to me. I love you too, Mom. They talked for another hour. About nothing. Everything. Dad's funeral. Her brother's kids. The restaurant her mother's new husband owned. Normal things, safe things. When they finally hung up, Evelyn felt lighter and heavier, like she'd opened a door she didn't know how to close. Mini climax number 39 minutes. Morning came with Elena's knock. Mr. Moretti is downstairs. He's asking if you'll have breakfast with him. Did he stay at his office? He stayed in the lobby, in his car, all night. Elena's expression was unreadable. Marcus tried to convince him to leave. He wouldn't. Why? Because you're up here, and he wanted to be close, in case you needed him. Evelyn found Luca in the building's private restaurant. He looked terrible, unshaven, exhausted, still wearing yesterday's shirt. You didn't sleep. Neither did you. He gestured to the chair across from him. Coffee, she sat, accepted the coffee. They didn't speak for a full minute. My mother thinks you are going to hurt me eventually. Luca's cup paused halfway to his mouth. Smart woman. That's your response. Not denial, not reassurance. I can't promise I'll never hurt you. People hurt each other. It's inevitable. He set down his cup. But I can promise I'll never hit you, never threaten you, never make you afraid to speak your mind. How do I know you'll keep that promise? You don't. You have to choose to believe it, or not. Evelyn stirred sugar into her coffee. Detective Reeves called. Derek's lawyer showed up. New one, expensive. Claims Derek was defending himself. That you threatened him first. Of course he did. She says the trial could take months, maybe a year. That I'll have to testify. Relive everything. Her hand shook. Coffee sloshed over the rim. I don't know if I can do that. Then don't. What? Don't testify. I'll make the charges stick another way. How? Luca's smile was ice. Let me worry about that. No. Evelyn set down her cup hard. No more protection, no more handling things for me. I need to do this myself. Why? Because if I let you fight all my battles, I'll never learn how to fight my own. The words settled between them like a challenge. Luca leaned back. All right, then fight. I'll be there if you need backup. But the war is yours. Just like that. Just like that. What if I lose? Then you lose, and you learn, and you try again. His eyes held hers. But you won't lose, Evelyn, because you're stronger than you think. You just haven't realized it yet. Mini climax number 4. 12 minutes. Major twist, 2 weeks passed. Derek remained in jail. Evelyn met with prosecutors, gave depositions, prepared for trial, and slowly, carefully started to reclaim her life. She returned to work. Part-time at first, Martin treated her like glass, her coworkers whispered. But she showed up, did her job, proved she was more than Derek's victim. Luca gave her space. He still checked in, still had Marcus shadow her, still made sure she had everything she needed. But he didn't push, didn't demand, didn't claim ownership. It was terrifying and liberating. Then on a Tuesday morning, Evelyn's lawyer called. Derek's pleading guilty, all charges, in exchange for 15 years, no parole eligibility for 10. Evelyn sat down hard. What? Why? His new lawyer advised it, said the evidence against him was overwhelming. Better to take the deal than risk life in prison. This doesn't make sense. Derek doesn't give up, ever. Well, he did. The plea hearing is tomorrow. You don't have to be there, but you can be if you want closure. Evelyn ended the call, stared at her phone. Something was wrong. She called Luca. He answered immediately. What did you do? Good morning to you, too. Luca, Derek's pleading guilty. Why? Silence, then, because his lawyer convinced him it was the smart play. You got to his lawyer. You paid him off. I convinced him to review the evidence objectively. That's all. That's not all. Tell me the truth. More silence. Finally, Derek's lawyer came to me 3 days ago, said Derek wanted to make a deal, testify against some of his drug dealer friends in exchange for a lighter sentence. Derek doesn't have drug dealer friends. Exactly. So I made him a different offer. Plead guilty, take 15 years, and in exchange, his mother keeps her house. His brother keeps his job. His niece gets her college tuition paid. Evelyn's blood ran cold. You blackmailed him. I gave him incentive to do the right thing. By threatening his family. By protecting them. Derek was going to drag them all down with him. I gave them an out. Luca's voice hardened. And I gave you freedom, without a trial, without reliving your trauma in front of strangers. That wasn't your choice to make. Someone had to make it, and you were drowning in nightmares. So you decided for me just like Derek used to. The words landed like a bomb. That's not fair, Luca said quietly. Isn't it? You manipulated the system, controlled the outcome, made choices about my life without asking me. I was trying to help. By taking away my agency, by solving my problems so I don't have to, Evelyn's voice broke. I needed to face him, Luca. I needed to look him in the eye and tell him what he did to me. You stole that from me. I gave you peace. You gave me what you thought I needed, not what I actually wanted. Silence stretched between them. Long, painful. I'm sorry, Luca, finally, I said. You're right, I overstepped. I can't do this anymore. Do what? This, us, whatever this is, you keep saving me when I need to save myself. Evelyn, I'm moving out. Today, I'll find an apartment, get my own place, figure out my life without you orchestrating it. Where will you go? I don't know, but I'll figure it out, because that's what adults do. They figure it out. She hung up before he could respond. Mustang. Mini climax number 5, 15 minutes. Elena found her packing an hour later. Mr. Moretti called. Said you were leaving. I am. Where will you go? A hotel, until I find an apartment. You don't have to do this. He made a mistake. He knows it, but he was trying to protect you. I know, but I can't heal if someone else keeps fighting my battles. Evelyn folded a shirt with shaking hands. I need to be strong on my own. Not strong because Luca Moretti's standing behind me. Strength isn't about being alone. It's about knowing when to accept help. Maybe, but right now his help feels like control, and I've had enough of that for one lifetime. Marcus appeared in the doorway. Mr. Moretti asked me to drive you, wherever you want to go. I can take a cab. Please let me do this for him. Evelyn looked at Marcus, at the man who'd protected her, who'd never once made her feel weak. Okay, but just a ride, nothing else. They drove in silence. Evelyn directed Marcus to a hotel downtown. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive, just clean and safe and hers. When they pulled up, Marcus turned in his seat. Miss Carter, Mr. Moretti's not perfect. He's controlling, overprotective. Sometimes he forgets other people have agency. A pause. But in 12 years, I've never seen him care about someone the way he cares about you. Not romantically, not possessively, just human. Like you reminded him what it means to protect something without owning it. Then why did he take away my choice? Because he's terrified of losing you. Not to Derek, to the trauma, to the nightmares, to the version of yourself that doesn't believe she deserves to be saved. Marcus's eyes held hers. He's not trying to control you. He's trying to make sure you survive long enough to heal. That's still control. Maybe, but it comes from love. Broken, messy, imperfect love. The kind that doesn't know how to express itself except through action. Evelyn grabbed her bag. Tell him thank you for everything, but I need to do this alone. I will. But Ms. Carter, when you're ready to not be alone anymore, he'll be waiting, however long it takes. She checked into the hotel, room 412, basic, clean, anonymous, and completely terrifyingly hers. But, mini climax, number 6, 18 minutes. The first night alone was the hardest. Every sound made her jump. Every shadow looked like Derek. Her mind played tricks, showing her his face in the window, hearing his voice in the hallway. But Derek was in jail. She was safe. She repeated it like a mantra until she believed it. Day 2, she went apartment hunting, found a small one-bedroom in a secure building. Nothing like Luca's penthouse, but it had good locks, a doorman, security cameras. She signed the lease with her own money, her own name, no one else's. It felt like victory. Day 3, Derek's plea hearing happened. Evelyn didn't go, didn't need to. Her lawyer called afterward. 15 years, he took the deal, judge accepted, it's over. Just like that. Just like that, you're free, Miss Carter. Free. The word felt foreign, heavy, like something she didn't know how to hold. That night, her mother called. I heard about Derek. Are you okay? I don't know what I am. Evelyn stared at her empty hotel room. I thought I'd feel relieved, happy, something, but I just feel numb. That's normal. Trauma doesn't disappear the moment the threat does. How long until I feel like myself again? As long as it takes, there's no timeline for healing. Her mother paused. What about Luca Moretti? Are you still with him? I was never with him, not really. He was just helping me. And now I'm helping myself. Good. But Evelyn, don't confuse independence with isolation. You're allowed to need people to let them in. It doesn't make you weak. What if they hurt me? Then you survive again, because that's what you do. You survive. Mini climax number 7. 21 minutes, week 2 in the hotel. Evelyn's lease started in 3 days. She was packing when someone knocked. She checked the peephole. Luca. Her heart did something complicated. She opened the door. How did you find me? Marcus told me. I asked him not to, but he said you look like you needed someone to check on you. Luca held up a bag. I brought dinner, if you want company. If not, I'll leave it and go. Evelyn should have said no, should have sent him away, should have proven she could do this alone. Instead, she stepped aside. Come in. They ate in silence. Chinese food, nothing fancy, just 2 people sharing a meal. I'm sorry, Luca finally said, for making choices about your life without asking, for thinking I knew better, for trying to control the outcome. Why did you do it? Because watching you suffer was killing me. Because I kept seeing my mother in you, And I thought if I could just make it stop, make him go away, you'd be okay. He set down his chopsticks. But you're not my mother, and you deserve the choice. Yes, I did. I know. And I'm sorry. He met her eyes. I won't do it again. But Evelyn, I need you to understand something. I don't know how to care about people halfway. I'm all in or all out. And with you, I'm all in. That's terrifying for both of us. What does all in mean? It means I want you safe, happy, healed, free. And I'll do whatever it takes to make that happen, even if it means staying away. Is that what you want, to stay away? No. His honesty was brutal. But what I want doesn't matter. Only what you need. Evelyn stood, crossed to the window. Chicago glittered below. I move into my apartment in 3 days. I know. I need to do this alone. Figure out who I am when I'm not someone's victim or someone's project. I understand. But, she turned, after I'm settled, after I've proven to myself I can survive without help, maybe we could try. Whatever this is, figure it out together, as equals. Luca's expression was unreadable. You want me to wait? I want you to give me space, time, the chance to become whole on my own. She crossed back to him. Can you do that? How long? I don't know. A month, 2, 6, however long it takes. And if it takes forever, then it takes forever. And you move on, and I move on, and we both survive. Her voice softened, but I don't think it'll take forever. Luca stood. Then I'll wait, however long you need. He kissed her forehead, gentle, careful. Nothing like Derek's brutal claims of ownership. Goodbye, Evelyn. Not goodbye, just see you later. See you later, then. He left. The door clicked shut. Evelyn stood in the silence of her temporary space and felt something crack open in her chest. Not pain, not fear. Hope. Mini climax number 8, 24 minutes. Moving day arrived with rain and chaos. Evelyn's furniture from Derek's apartment, what little Marcus had salvaged, filled half her new living room. The rest was empty, waiting to be filled with new things. Her things. Her mother flew in to help. They spent 2 days painting walls, hanging curtains, building IKEA furniture that made them both curse and laugh. This place is perfect, her mother said, stepping back to admire their work. It's small. It's yours. That makes it perfect. That night after her mother left, Evelyn sat in her new apartment, in her new chair, drinking tea from her new mug, and realized she was happy. Not healed, not whole, but happy. Her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. I heard you moved in. Congratulations. No pressure, no expectations. Just wanted you to know I'm proud of you. She smiled. Type back, thank you for everything. 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. She put down her phone, curled up on her couch, and slept without nightmares for the first time in 6 years. Mini climax number 9, 27 minutes. Major twist. 1 month became 2, 2 became 3. Evelyn threw herself into therapy, into rebuilding her life piece by piece. She made friends, real friends, not Derek's friends who looked the other way. She took a self-defense class, learned to punch, to kick, to scream when she needed to. She visited her brother in Boston, met his kids, let herself be part of a family again. And every week, like clockwork, Luca texted, how are you? Saw you got a promotion. Well-deserved. Marcus mentioned you're taking that cooking class. Proud of you. Never pushy, never demanding, just present. Consistently, quietly present. 3 months and Evelyn texted back, want to have coffee? His response was immediate. When Saturday? 2 p.m., that cafe on Michigan Avenue. I'll be there. Saturday arrived cold and bright. Evelyn got there early, ordered tea, waited. Luca walked in at 1:58. He looked different, lighter, less burdened. Hi. Hi. She gestured to the chair across from her. Sit. They talked for 3 hours about nothing, everything. Work, life, the weather, carefully avoiding the elephant in the room. Finally, Evelyn asked, how have you been? Really busy, quiet, learning to give people space. His smile was self-deprecating. It's harder than I thought. Are you seeing anyone? No, are you? No, she stirred her tea. I've been working on myself, figuring out who Evelyn Carter is when she's not surviving. Turns out she's pretty interesting. I never doubted it. I did, for a long time. She met his eyes, but I'm starting to believe it now that I'm worth more than what Derek made me think. That I deserve good things, safe things, real things. You deserve everything. I'm not ready for everything, but maybe, she took a breath, maybe I'm ready for coffee, once a week, to see where it goes. No expectations, no pressure, just two people getting to know each other without trauma in the way. Luca's smile was genuine, warm. I'd like that. Ground rules. You don't fix my problems. I don't expect you to. We're equals, partners, not savior and victim. Agreed. And if either of us feels like this isn't working, we walk away. Clean, honest, no manipulation. Agreed. Okay then, Evelyn held out her hand. Let's start over. Hi, I'm Evelyn Carter. I'm a property manager, a terrible cook, and I'm learning to be happy. Luca took her hand. His grip was warm, steady. Luca Moretti, I own buildings, drink too much coffee, and I'm learning that control isn't the same as care. They shook, started fresh. And for the first time in either of their lives, it felt like the beginning of something real. Mini climax number 10. 30 minutes, 6 months after Derek's sentencing, Evelyn stood in a courtroom. Not as a victim, as a witness in a separate case. Derek's brother pleading guilty to embezzlement. Luca sitting in the back watching. Not interfering, just present. When it was over, she found him outside. You destroyed his whole family. I protected you. Everything else was collateral. Do you regret it? Luca considered. No, but I do it differently now. With you involved. Asking what you wanted instead of deciding for you. Would you really? Yes, because you taught me something I didn't know. That protecting someone doesn't mean controlling them. It means standing beside them while they fight their own battles. Evelyn stepped closer. I'm ready. For what? To stop having coffee once a week and start having dinner. Movies, real dates. To see if this thing between us is real or just trauma bonding. And if it's just trauma, then we'll figure that out too, together, as equals. Luca's hand found hers. I'm all in, Evelyn, however long it takes, whatever it looks like. I'm all in. So am I. He kissed her then, soft, careful, nothing like possession, everything like promise. When they broke apart, Evelyn was crying. What's wrong? Nothing. For the first time in 7 years, absolutely nothing is wrong. She laughed, wiping her eyes. I'm just happy. Is this what happy feels like? I don't know. I've never felt it either. Luca pulled her close. But I think we're going to find out. Together. They walked out of the courthouse hand in hand, into sunlight, into traffic, into the messy, complicated, beautiful work of learning to love without fear. Behind them, the doors closed on Derek Monroe's legacy, on 5 years of pain, on the woman Evelyn used to be. Ahead was everything, unknown, terrifying, perfect. And Evelyn, Carter survivor property manager and fierce, beautiful work in progress, walked into it with her head high and her heart open, ready for whatever came next. Their first real date was a disaster. Luca picked her up at 7, wore a suit that probably cost more than her rent, brought flowers, white roses her favorite, which meant he'd been paying attention. You look beautiful, he said when she opened the door. Evelyn looked down at her dress, simple, black, nothing special. You're overdressed. I'm always overdressed. It's a problem. He held out the roses. These are for you. She took them. Her hands shook. I don't have a vase. Then we'll buy you one, add it to the list of things you need. I don't need things from you. I know, but I want to give them anyway. There's a difference. They stared at each other. The hallway suddenly felt too small. This is weird, Evelyn finally said. Extremely weird. We're both trying too hard. Way too hard. She laughed. Real. Genuine. Want to start over, please? Evelyn set down the flowers. Hi. I'm nervous and I have no idea what I'm doing. Hi, me neither. Want to skip the fancy restaurant and just get pizza? God, yes. They ended up at a hole-in-the-wall place on the south side. No reservations, no dress code, just good pizza and better conversation. Tell me something you've never told anyone, Luca said halfway through his second slice. That's a big ask for a first date. We've already lived through a hostage situation together. I think we're past small talk. Evelyn wiped her hands on a napkin. Fine, I'm terrified of being happy because every time I let myself feel good, something bad happens. So I sabotage, push people away, convince myself I don't deserve it. That's not sabotage, that's survival instinct. What's yours? Something you've never told anyone. Luca set down his pizza. I'm terrified I'm exactly like my father. That the violence in me is genetic. That someday I'll hurt someone I love and prove everyone right about what I really am. The confession hung between them like a third presence. You're not like your father, Evelyn said quietly. How do you know? Because you're afraid of becoming him. He never was. She reached across the table, her fingers brushing his. Fear of our demons is what keeps us from becoming them. Luca's hand closed around hers. When did you get so wise? Therapy. Lots and lots of therapy. They talked until the restaurant closed, about everything. Their childhoods, their scars, the versions of themselves they were trying to leave behind. When Luca drove her home, he walked her to her door but didn't try to come in. Thank you for tonight, he said, even though I made you eat pizza instead of whatever five-star place you had planned, especially because of that. You're the first person in years who's treated me like a normal person instead of a dangerous checkbook. You are dangerous, and you do have a checkbook. But that's not all I am. No, it's not. Evelyn stood on her toes, kissing his cheek. Good night, Luca. Good night, Evelyn. She went inside, leaned against the door, smiled like an idiot. Her phone buzzed. Luca already planning date 2. Hope you like bowling. She laughed out loud. Type back, I'm terrible at bowling. Perfect. I can show off, cocky, confident. There's a difference. She fell asleep happy and woke up to her doorbell ringing at 6 a.m. Mini climax number 1, 3 minutes. Evelyn checked the people. Detective Reeves. At 6 in the morning. That was never good news. She opened the door. What's wrong, Bueno? Derek escaped. The words hit like a physical blow. What, how, Prison transport. He was being moved to a different facility. The van was ambushed. 2 guards dead. Derek and 3 other inmates gone. Reeves stepped inside without being invited. When was the last time you heard from him? He's in prison. I haven't heard from him at all. No letters, no messages through intermediaries. Nothing, I blocked everything, changed my number. He has no way to contact me. He has ways, trust me. Reeves pulled out her phone showing Evelyn a photo. Prison CCTV footage. Derek talking to someone. The image was grainy, but clear enough to see Derek's expression. Rage, pure rage. This was taken 3 days ago. He was talking to his cellmate. We have audio. She pressed play. Derek's voice crackled through the speaker. She thinks she's safe. She thinks Moretti can protect her. But I'm going to show her. I'm going to make her watch while I kill him. Then I'm going to make her pay for every day she stole from me. Evelyn's legs gave out. She sat hard on her couch. He's coming for me. We don't know that. He could be running, getting as far from Chicago as possible. You don't believe that any more than I do. Reeves's silence was answer enough. We're organizing protection, round-the-clock surveillance. But Ms. Carter, I need to be honest. Derek is dangerous. More dangerous now than before. He has nothing to lose. How long has he been gone? 16 hours. We have roadblocks, alerts. Every cop in 3 states is looking for him. And if they don't find him, then we prepare for the worst. Evelyn's phone rang. Luca, she answered on the first ring. I heard, Marcus is on his way. You're coming to the penthouse. Now. No. Evelyn. I said no, I'm not running, I'm not hiding. Derek doesn't get to control my life anymore. This isn't about control, it's about survival. Then I'll survive here, in my apartment, my space, on my terms. He'll kill you. Maybe, but at least I'll die free, instead of locked in another cage. Her voice broke. I can't go backwards, Luca. I can't. Silence, then I'm coming to you. You don't have to. Yes, I do, because you might be willing to risk your life to prove a point, but I'm not willing to lose you. He hung up. Reeves watched her with something like respect. You're either very brave or very stupid. Can it be both? Usually is. Tug. Mini climax. Number 2. 6 minutes, Luca arrived with Marcus and 2 other security personnel. They swept her apartment like a SWAT team, checked windows, tested locks, examined sightlines. Your building security is shit, Marcus announced. It's what I can afford. Not anymore. Luca was on his phone barking orders. I'm having new locks installed, security cameras, reinforced door, a panic button connected directly to my security team. Luca, don't argue, please, not about this. Evelyn bit back her protest, chose her battles. Fine, but I'm paying you back. We'll discuss it later. We'll discuss it now. I'm not your charity case. You're not charity, you're... He stopped, started again. You're important to me. Let me protect you. Protecting me isn't the same as controlling my space. I know, that's why I'm asking, not demanding. The distinction mattered. Evelyn nodded. Okay, but just security. No moving me, no hiding me away. I have a life here, friends. I'm not giving that up. I wouldn't ask you to. Detective Reeves's phone buzzed. She stepped away, taking the call. When she returned, her expression was grim. They found the transport van, burned, along with Derek's cellmate, shot execution style. Derek killed him, or someone killed them both. We're not sure yet. Reeves looked at Luca. Mr. Moretti, do you have enemies who might use this situation against you? I have lots of enemies, but none stupid enough to break Derek Monroe out of prison. You sure about that? No, which is why I'm making calls, finding out who arranged the escape. And when I do, you'll leave it to the proper authorities? Reeves cut in. Right, Luca's smile was cold. Of course, detective. I'm a law-abiding citizen. You're a lot of things, Mr. Moretti. Law-abiding isn't one of them. After Reeves left, Evelyn found Luca on her tiny balcony. He was staring at the city like it held answers. What are you thinking? That Derek didn't plan this alone. He's not smart enough, which means someone helped him, someone with resources, someone who wants to hurt me by hurting you. Who? I have a list. It's long. He turned to face her. But whoever it is, they made a mistake. They think you're my weakness. They're wrong. What am I then? My reason to be ruthless. The words should have scared her. Instead, they made her feel safe. I need to call my mom, let her know what's happening. Already did. She's on a flight from Florida. Lands in 3 hours. Marcus is picking her up. You called my mother. She deserves to know her daughter's in danger. Evelyn wanted to argue, wanted to say he'd overstepped again. But he was right. Her mother did deserve to know. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. Wait until this is over. Mini climax number 3. 9 minutes. Her mother arrived with 2 suitcases and enough anxiety for both of them. Evelyn Marie Carter, what have you gotten yourself into? I didn't get myself into anything. Derek escaped. That's not my fault. I know, baby. I know. Her mother pulled her into a hug that smelled like home. But I'm allowed to be scared for you. I'm scared too. Good. Fear keeps you alert. Her mother released her, turning to Luca. You, Mafia boss, we need to talk. Mom, it's fine. Luca gestured to the kitchen. After you, Mrs. Carter. They disappeared. Evelyn tried to listen, but Marcus blocked her path. Give them privacy. They're working things out. Working what out? How to keep you alive, and who's in charge of that process. 15 minutes later, they emerged. Her mother looked satisfied. Luca looked amused. What did you say to him? Evelyn asked. Just reminded him that you're my daughter, and that if anything happens to you because he couldn't keep his enemies in check, I'll make sure every grandmother in Chicago knows what kind of man he really is. You threatened him with grandmothers. Reputation is everything in his world. I just made sure he knows mine is fiercer than his. Her mother squeezed Luca's arm. But I like you. You're better than Derek. That's a low bar, but you clear it. High praise, Luca said dryly. Don't get cocky. I'm watching you. Despite everything, Evelyn laughed. Her mother had threatened a mafia boss with gossip and won. The security team finished installing new locks, new cameras, a panic button by her bed. Her safe little apartment now looked like a fortress. I hate this, Evelyn said. I know. Luca stood beside her, not touching, just present. But it's temporary, until we find Derek. And if you don't find him, if he just disappears, then we adapt. But he won't disappear. His ego won't let him. He'll come, and when he does, we'll be ready. Mini climax number 4. 12 minutes. Major twist, 2 days passed. No sign of Derek. The city held its breath. Evelyn went to work with Marcus shadowing her, came home to her mother cooking dinner and Luca reviewing security footage. It was surreal, domestic, terrifying. On the 3rd day, a package arrived at her office. Martin brought it to her desk personally. This came for you, no return address. Should I call security? Evelyn's stomach dropped. The box was small, wrapped in brown paper. Her name written in handwriting she'd know anywhere. Derek's. Call Detective Reeves, don't touch it. Martin backed away, made the call. Within 20 minutes, Reeves arrived with a bomb squad. They x-rayed the package. No explosives, no biological hazards, just paper. It's safe to open, the tech announced. Reeves did the honors. Inside was a single photograph. Evelyn and Luca leaving the restaurant on their first date. Derek had drawn a red X over Luca's face and written on the back, soon. He's watching you, Reeves said. Has been for days. We need to move you, both of you, somewhere secure. No, Evelyn's voice was steady. That's what he wants. To make me run. To prove he still controls me. Ms. Carter, I'm done running from Derek Monroe. If he wants me, he can come get me. But I'm not hiding. Luca grabbed her arm. Can I talk to you privately? They stepped into an empty conference room. He closed the door. You're being reckless. I'm being brave. There's a difference. Brave gets you killed. So does hiding. At least this way I'm living first. Evelyn. He's been watching me for days, Luca. Days. And he hasn't made a move. You know why? Because he's afraid. Not of the police, not of your security. Of me. Of the fact that I'm not the woman he destroyed anymore. Or he's planning something, waiting for the perfect moment. Then let him wait. Let him see me living my life. Going to work. Having dinner with my mother. Dating you. Let him see that he lost. That I won. Luca was quiet for a long moment. You're absolutely insane. I learned from the best, he laughed, sharp, bitter. If you die because of this, I'll never forgive you. If I die hiding in a safe house, I'll never forgive myself. Fine, but we do this my way, my security, my rules. And the absolute second he makes a move, you listen to me. Agreed. Agreed. They returned to find Reeves examining the photo with a magnifying glass. This was taken with a telephoto lens. Long range. He's not getting close. He's watching from a distance. Can you trace where he took it from? We're working on it, but Chicago has a million vantage points. It could take days. We don't have days, Marcus said. He sent this as a warning. The next contact won't be a photo. Then we draw him out, Luca said. Make ourselves visible. Give him opportunities. You want to use Ms. Carter as bait, Reeves's voice was sharp. I want to stop waiting for him to strike and start controlling when and where it happens. That's insane. It's strategic. Evelyn stepped between them. It's my choice, and I choose to live my life. If that draws Derek out, fine. At least it ends. One way or another, Reeves muttered. All right, but we do this smart. Controlled environments, multiple exit strategies, and the second he shows, we take him down. Hard. Bodag. Mini climax number 5. 15 minutes. The plan was simple. Evelyn would maintain her normal routine. Work, grocery shopping, dinner with Luca at visible restaurants. All while plainclothes officers and Luca's security watched from the shadows. Derek would see her, see that she wasn't afraid, and he'd make his move. That was the theory anyway. Day 1 of the plan went smoothly, too smoothly. Evelyn went to work, had lunch with a coworker, came home to her mother's pot roast. No Derek. Day 2, she and Luca had dinner at a popular steakhouse. Sat by the window, held hands across the table like a normal couple. Still no Derek. Maybe he ran, Evelyn said, cutting her steak. He didn't run. He's watching, waiting. For what? For you to let your guard down. My guard is permanently up, has been for years. Luca's hand found hers. I know, but someday I'd like to see you without it. Relaxed, safe, actually happy. I am happy. You're surviving. That's not the same thing. It is for me. They finished dinner in silence. When they left, Marcus opened the car door. Evelyn slid in, then froze. On the passenger seat was another photo. Her and Luca. From tonight. Taken through the restaurant window. Derek had been there. Watching. Close enough to put the photo in their car. Marcus, Luca's voice was deadly calm. How did this get here? I don't know. The car was locked, monitored. He shouldn't have been able to, but he did. Luca grabbed the photo. On the back, more writing, tomorrow. Millennium Park, noon, come alone or I start killing people you love. Evelyn's blood turned to ice. He's escalating. We call Reeves, set up a perimeter, flood the park with plain clothes. No. Evelyn took the photo. He said come alone. If I bring backup, he'll know. He'll hurt someone. So we give him what he wants. Let you walk into a trap. We make him think I'm alone, but I won't be. You'll be close. The police will be close. We'll end this tomorrow. Luca's jaw worked. Finally. We do this smart. You wear a wire. You keep distance, and the second he threatens you, we move in. Agreed. Reeves was pissed when they called her. This is the stupidest plan I've ever heard. You have a better one, Evelyn challenged. Yeah, lock you in a safe house and wait for Derek to make a mistake. He won't make a mistake. He's too angry. Too focused. This is our only shot. Reeves swore colorfully. Fine, but we do this by the book. Full tactical team, snipers, the works. And Ms. Carter, if he even looks at you wrong, we put him down. Permanently. Down. Mini climax number 6, 18 minutes. That night, Evelyn couldn't sleep. Her mother stayed up with her making tea. Neither of them drank. You don't have to do this, her mother said. Yes, I do. This is the only way it ends. What if it ends with you getting hurt? Or worse, then at least I went down fighting instead of hiding. Evelyn squeezed her mother's hand. I need you to understand. I'm not the woman Derek destroyed. I'm stronger now, braver, and tomorrow I'm going to prove it. To who, him, Luca, yourself. All of the above. Her mother pulled her close. I'm so proud of you and so terrified. Me too, Mom, me too. Luca arrived at 6 a.m. They went over the plan again and again until Evelyn could recite it in her sleep. The wire is here. The text showed her the tiny microphone hidden in her jacket button. It's voice activated. We'll hear everything. And if you say the word red, we move immediately. No questions. What if he searches me, finds it? Then we move anyway, but try not to let it get that far. At 11 a.m., they drove to Millennium Park, tourist central, crowded, public, theoretically safe. Except Derek Monroe was somewhere in that crowd, waiting. Evelyn stood by Cloud Gate the Bean watching tourists take selfies, normal people doing normal things, unaware that somewhere among them was a fugitive with nothing to lose. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. Look up. She did. Across the plaza on top of a building, she saw him. Derek, waving, then he was gone. Her phone buzzed again. Chase me. He's playing games, she said into the wire, trying to separate me from you. Luca's voice crackled in her hidden earpiece. Don't follow, stay where you are. But Derek's next text came with a photo. Her mother, sitting in Evelyn's apartment, unaware someone was watching. Chase me or she dies. Mom. Mini climax number 7, 21 minutes. Evelyn ran. Before being. Evelyn, stop! Luca's voice in her ear. It's a trap. He has eyes on my mother. She pushed through tourists, followed Derek's directions via text, north, east, through tunnels, upstairs. Marcus appeared beside her. I've got your mother. She's safe. This is a distraction. I know, but I need to see this through. Then I'm coming with you. He said alone. I don't care what he said. They emerged in an underground parking garage. Empty, silent. Derek's voice echoed from the shadows. I said alone, Evelyn. Can't you follow simple instructions? Marcus pulled his gun. Show yourself, Monroe, or what you'll shoot me. Go ahead, but I've got a dead man's switch. I die 3 car bombs go off across the city. including one at Moretti Tower. Luca's voice crackled. He's bluffing. Am I? Derek stepped into view. He looked terrible, gaunt, wild-eyed, desperate. You think I've been running for days without a plan? I've been planning this for months, ever since Moretti put me in that cell. Let's talk, Evelyn said, her voice steady. Just you and me, like old times. Old times when you were mine, when you did what you were told. When I was too afraid to leave. That's not the same thing. You loved me. You said you loved me. I loved the idea of you, the man you pretended to be before you started hitting me. Derek's face twisted. I never pretended. This is who I am, who I've always been. You just stopped seeing it. No, I started seeing it. That's why I left. You didn't leave. You were stolen. By him. By Moretti. He poisoned you against me. He showed me what safety looks like. That's not poison. That's freedom. Derek pulled a gun, pointed it at Marcus. Tell your guard dog to drop his weapon or I'll paint this garage with his brains. Marcus didn't move. You shoot me, you're dead before you hit the ground. Snipers have you locked. Then we all die. Sounds fair to me. Derek, Evelyn stepped forward, hands raised. You want to hurt me, fine, but leave everyone else out of it. This is between us. It stopped being between us when you chose him over me. I didn't choose him. I chose myself. For the first time in my life, I chose myself. And look where it got you, back here with me, where you belong. I don't belong to you. I never did. Derek's finger tightened on the trigger. Then you belong to nobody. Everything happened at once. Derek fired. Marcus shoved Evelyn. The bullet hit concrete where she'd been standing. Return fire cracked through the garage. Derek went down, clutching his shoulder. Tactical teams swarmed. Reeves was screaming orders. Luca appeared from nowhere, pulling Evelyn behind a car. Are you hurt? No, I'm Marcus. Where's Marcus? Marcus was on the ground, blood spreading from his leg. Medic, Luca was already applying pressure. Stay with me, Marcus. I'm fine, just a graze. Marcus's teeth were clenched against pain. Get Derek. Don't let him. But Derek was already gone. In the chaos, he disappeared. How Reeves's face was purple with rage. We had him surrounded. The tunnels. Luca was on his phone. He knows the underground system. Lock it down. Every entrance, every exit, now. Mini climax number 8, 24 minutes. They searched for 6 hours. Found nothing. Derek had vanished into Chicago's underground like smoke. Marcus was at the hospital getting stitches. Evelyn's mother was under police protection. And Evelyn was back in her apartment with Luca pacing like a caged animal. This is my fault. I should have anticipated the tunnels. Should have locked them down before. Stop. Evelyn grabbed his arm. You're not omniscient. Neither am I. Derek outsmarted us. It happens. It can't happen. Not when your life is at stake. My life has been at stake for 7 years. I'm still here. Still breathing. Still fighting. For how much longer? He's desperate now. Wounded. That makes him more dangerous, not less. Evelyn's phone buzzed. She'd changed numbers 3 times in the past week. Derek kept finding them. I'm done playing. You have 24 hours to leave Chicago. Lone? Or everyone you love dies, starting with your mother. A photo loaded. Her mother. Asleep in the safe house. How was that possible? Luca grabbed the phone. Dialed Reeves. Get to the safe house, now. Derek has eyes on it. That's impossible. We have it locked down. He just sent Evelyn a photo, timestamped 10 minutes ago. He's either inside or close enough to see through windows. Move. Evelyn was already grabbing her jacket. I'm coming. No. That's my mother. I'm coming. They made it to the safe house in 12 minutes. Police cars everywhere. Lights, sirens, chaos. Reeves met them at the door. She's fine. It was a camera, planted before we moved her in. We found it in the smoke detector. Where's my mom? Inside, shaken but unhurt. Evelyn pushed past her, found her mother sitting on the couch wrapped in a blanket, a female officer beside her. Mom. Evelyn, baby, I'm okay, just scared. Me too. Evelyn sat beside her, held her tight. We're getting you out of Chicago. Tonight. Somewhere Derek can't find you. I'm not leaving you. You have to. He's targeting everyone I love. The only way to keep you safe is distance. Then you come with me. I can't. This has to end. And the only way it ends is if I stay. Face him. Finish this. Her mother cupped her face. You're so brave. So much braver than I ever was. I learned from you. No, you learned despite me. Despite all of us who told you to stay quiet, stay small, stay safe. Her mother's eyes filled. Promise me something. When this is over, you'll live. Really live, not just survive. I promise, Watch. They moved her mother to a secure location. Out of state. Somewhere Derek's resources couldn't reach. When Evelyn returned to her apartment, it was 3 a.m. Luca was waiting. 24 hours, he said. That's his deadline. I'm not leaving. I know, which means tomorrow he makes his move. For real this time. No games, no warnings, just violence. Then we prepare. Make our stand. End this. Luca pulled her close. I love you. I know that's terrible timing. I know we're barely started. But if tomorrow goes wrong, I need you to know. I love you, Evelyn Carter. Not because you're broken, not because I saved you, but because you're the strongest person I've ever met. Evelyn's throat tightened. I love you too, and I hate that it took Derek escaping to make us say it. Better late than never. They held each other, two broken people learning to be whole. Tomorrow would bring violence, blood, possibly death. But tonight they had this, each other, and hope, however fragile it was. Show. Mini climax number 9, 27 minutes. Major twist. Morning came with rain and dread. Evelyn woke to Luca already on the phone coordinating, planning, preparing for war. He'll come today. The deadline's at 3 p.m. He'll make his move before then. How do you know? Because that's what I do. Strike early, catch us unprepared. Are we prepared? As much as we can be. Luca showed her a tactical map, her apartment building, surrounding blocks, red dots showing his security, blue dots showing police. We've got overlapping coverage, eyes everywhere. He can't get close without us knowing. Unless he's already close. The thought had barely formed when Marcus burst through the door. We have a problem. Building maintenance just found a body in the basement. Night janitor. Throat cut. Happened sometime last night. Evelyn's stomach dropped. Derek's inside. In the building. We're evacuating now. Everyone out. Sweep every floor. Every unit. No, Evelyn grabbed her jacket. He wants me to run. Expects it. So I'm staying. That's suicide. It's trust. In you. In Luca. In the plan. She looked at Luca. You said you'd protect me. So protect me. But I'm not running anymore. Luca's jaw worked. Fine. But you stay with me every second. And if I say move, you move. No arguments. Deal. They evacuated the other residents. Swept the building floor by floor. Found nothing. No Derek. No evidence he'd been there besides the dead janitor. He's toying with us, Reeves said, proving he can get close, kill, disappear. Evelyn's phone buzzed. Derek found you. Hide and seek is over. A second message, a video, playing automatically. It showed her apartment from inside. Derek standing in her living room, holding her grandmother's necklace, the one she kept in her nightstand. Hello, Evelyn. Welcome home. The video cut to black. He's in my apartment. Right now. Luca was already moving, gun drawn, Marcus and the tactical team behind him. They burst through her door. The apartment was empty, but Derek had been there. Evelyn's photos were ripped, furniture overturned, and on her mirror, written in lipstick, "You're next." Where is he? Marcus was checking every room. Closets, bathroom, balcony. He was just here. The video was live. The vents, Luca pointed up. Old building, HVAC's. System connects every unit. He's using them to move. They pulled down the vent cover. Inside, fresh scuff marks. And another photo. Evelyn and Luca, sleeping together on her couch from last week. Derek had been watching longer than they thought. This ends now, Luca said. I don't care about laws, about arrests, about justice. This ends. Today. Mini climax number 10. 30 minutes. The hunt lasted 3 hours. Derek moved through the building like a ghost, always one step ahead, leaving clues, photos, threats, driving Evelyn slowly insane. He's in my head, she told Luca. That's the point. He wants me scared, broken, like I used to be. Are you scared? Terrified, but I'm also angry, and anger is stronger than fear. They set a trap, made Evelyn visible, alone in the lobby, sitting, waiting, bait. Derek took it. He appeared from nowhere, gun pointed at Evelyn's head. Tactical teams froze. Everybody back or I paint the walls with her. Derek, Evelyn's voice was steady. What do you want? I want my life back, the one you stole. I didn't steal anything, I just stopped giving you mine. Same thing. His hand shook. The gun wavered. You were supposed to love me forever. That's what you promised. I promised a lot of things to a man who didn't exist. The real you, the one who hits, who breaks, who kills. I never promised him anything. I loved you. That's real. No, you owned me. That's not love. That's possession. Then you're no one's. Because if I can't have you, he can't either. Derek's finger tightened on the trigger. Evelyn didn't flinch. Go ahead, pull it. Prove everyone right about what you really are. A coward who murders women because his ego can't handle rejection. I'm not a coward. Then prove it. Put down the gun. Face justice like a man instead of a scared little boy. Derek's face twisted. Rage, pain, something breaking. You ruined me. No, you ruined yourself. I just stopped letting you ruin me too. For a moment, everything hung in balance. Derek could shoot, could run, could surrender. He chose surrender. The gun clattered to the floor. Derek's knees followed. He was crying, broken. I just wanted you to love me. I know, but love isn't earned through fear. It's built through trust. And you destroyed mine years ago. Tactical teams moved in, cuffed him, read him his rights. Derek didn't resist, just kept crying. As they led him away, he looked back once. I'm sorry for everything. I know, but sorry doesn't fix broken ribs, or shattered trust, or 7 years of nightmares. Will you ever forgive me? Evelyn considered. Maybe, someday, when I'm ready. But Derek, I'll never forget, and I'll never be yours again. They took him away. Evelyn stood in the lobby, surrounded by police, by Luca's security, by the wreckage of her old life, and she felt nothing, not relief, not triumph, just exhaustion. It's over, Luca said softly. Or will there always be another Derek? Another threat, another reason to be afraid. There might be, but you'll face them, because that's who you are now, a survivor who refuses to stay a victim. Evelyn leaned into him. Let herself be held. Let herself be safe. Take me home. The penthouse? No, my apartment, my home, where I choose to be, not where I'm hiding. They went home, together, as equals, as partners. And for the first time in her entire life, Evelyn Carter felt free. The apartment felt different now, smaller, quieter, like the walls had absorbed all the violence and were holding their breath. Evelyn stood in the doorway, staring at the chaos Derek had left behind. Overturned furniture, shattered picture frames, her life torn apart one more time. We can stay at the penthouse tonight, Luca offered. Let cleaners handle this. No, I need to do this myself. She stepped inside, picking up a broken photo of her grandmother. The glass had spider-webbed across her face. He doesn't get to destroy this too. Then we do it together. They spent 4 hours putting her apartment back together, righting furniture, sweeping glass, scrubbing Derek's words off her mirror. Each action felt like reclaiming territory, taking back what was hers. When they finished, Evelyn collapsed on the couch. Luca sat beside her, close but not touching. How do you feel? Empty, like I should feel something, relief, happiness, anger, but there's just nothing. She looked at him. Is that normal? After trauma, yeah, your brain's protecting you, giving you time to process before the emotions hit. When will they hit? Could be hours, days, weeks. Everyone's different. Evelyn leaned against him. His arm came around her shoulders automatically. Safe. Familiar. I love you, she said. I know I said it yesterday, but I need to say it again. Now, when we're not running, when Derek's not threatening us. I love you, Luca Moretti, and I choose you. Not because you saved me, but because you see me, the real me, not the broken version Derek created. Luca's hand found hers. I love you too, and I'm terrified of it, because everyone I've ever loved has died or left. But with you, I'm willing to risk it. What if I leave? Then I'll let you go, because that's what love is, holding tight while staying open-handed. They sat in silence, two people who'd survived hell learning how to live in the aftermath. Evelyn's phone rang, her mother. Mom, you okay? I'm fine, baby. Safe. They have me in some hotel in the middle of nowhere. Very boring. Very safe. Her mother paused. I saw the news. Derek's in custody, maximum security this time. They're saying he'll never get out. That's what they said last time. This time's different. He killed a guard during the escape. That's federal. Life without parole. The words should have brought relief. Instead, Evelyn felt nothing. When can you come home? Tomorrow. They're flying me back first thing. But Evelyn, I need to ask you something. What happens now with you and Luca? I don't know. We're figuring it out. Do you trust him? The question hung in the air. Did she trust Luca? Really trust him? Yes, more than I've trusted anyone in years, maybe ever. Then that's all that matters. Her mother's voice softened. I'm proud of you, for fighting, for surviving, for choosing yourself. I learned from the best. After they hung up, Luca stood. I should go. Let you rest. Stay. Evelyn, I don't want to be alone tonight. Not after everything. Just stay. Sleep on the couch if you want, but stay. Luca searched her face. Are you sure? I'm sure. He stayed. They talked until 3 a.m. about everything and nothing. Childhood memories, favorite movies, what they'd be if they weren't who they were. I'd be a teacher, Evelyn said. Elementary school, help kids before life breaks them. You'd be good at that. What about you? Luca considered. A carpenter, building things instead of breaking them, creating instead of destroying. You still could. It's not too late to be someone different. Maybe, but right now I need to be who I am, to keep you safe, to finish what we started. What's left to finish, Derek's in jail. The people who helped him escape, the ones who wanted to hurt me by hurting you, they're still out there. And until they're dealt with, you're not really safe. Mini climax number 1. 3 minutes, morning came with Detective Reeves at the door. Again, she was developing a pattern. We need to talk about Derek's confession. He confessed. Evelyn let her in. Luca appeared from the bedroom, already dressed, always alert. To everything, the escape, the janitor's murder, the threats, all of it. Reeves sat at the kitchen table, but he also gave us names, the people who helped him, paid for the escape, provided weapons, intel. Luca's expression went cold. Hutaish, Dmitry Volkov, Russian mob, your biggest competitor for the waterfront development contract. That son of a bitch. You know him. We've had dealings, mostly legal, some not. Luca was already on his phone. He wanted to hurt me, use Derek as his weapon. And now Derek's talking. Full cooperation, in exchange for a transfer to a better facility. Protection from Volkov's reach. Reeves looked at Evelyn. He wants to see you before he's moved. Says he needs to apologize, properly. No. Ms. Carter. I said no, I don't owe Derek closure. He can apologize to a priest or a therapist, but not to me. It might help. Give you both peace. I have peace. I have freedom. That's enough. Luca squeezed her hand under the table. Supporting her choice, not making it for her. Reeves nodded. Fair enough, but there's something else. Volkov knows Derek talked. He's going to retaliate. Against you, against Mr. Moretti. We can offer protection. I have protection, Luca cut in. Better than anything CPD can provide. Mr. Moretti, the Russian mob, doesn't play by your rules. They don't care about territories or respect. They care about power. And right now, you're a threat to theirs. Then they should be afraid of me, not the other way around. After Reeves left, Evelyn turned to Luca. This is going to get worse before it gets better, isn't it? Probably, Bo. And you're going to do something violent and stupid to protect me. Definitely. Can I ask you not to? You can ask, but I can't promise I'll listen. He cupped her face. Volkov tried to have you killed. Used Derek as his proxy. That can't stand. So what? You go to war with the Russian mob, get yourself killed. I do what's necessary, like always. What if what's necessary is letting it go, moving on, living our lives instead of fighting endless battles? Luca was quiet for a long moment. I don't know how to do that. Let threats go unanswered. Then learn, because I can't keep living like this, waiting for the next attack, the next enemy, the next fight. Evelyn's voice broke. I'm so tired, Luca, of being afraid, of surviving. I just want to live. Then we'll find a way. Together. Promise me, no war with Volkov, no revenge. Just let the police handle it. Lynn, promise me. He held her gaze. I promise I'll try. That is the best I can do. It wasn't enough, but it was honest, and honesty was all she could ask for. Yeah, I'm back. Mini climax. Number 2, 6 minutes. 2 days later, Evelyn returned to work. For real this time. No guards, no shadows, just her and a desk full of paperwork. Martin greeted her with awkward sympathy. Welcome back. Take it slow. No pressure. I'm fine, I just want normal. Normal, right. He shuffled papers. Listen about the Moretti contract. It's been finalized. He's buying all 43 buildings. The deal closes next week. That's good news. It is. But Evelyn, there's something you should know. He's offered you a position. Head of property management for the entire portfolio. Significant raise. Full benefits. Autonomy. Her stomach dropped. He offered me a job. A career. He said you're the only one he trusts to do it right. Did he tell you we're dating? Martin's expression went carefully neutral. He mentioned you were close, but he insisted this offer is based on merit, your work, your knowledge, not your relationship. Do you believe that? Honestly, I don't know. But it's a good offer, Evelyn. Life-changing. You'd be stupid to turn it down. Would she? Or would accepting it mean proving everyone right that she was just another woman trading one form of dependence for another? She called Luca during lunch. Why didn't you tell me about the job offer? Because I wanted Martin to present it professionally, not as a favor, as a legitimate opportunity. It looks like nepotism. It's not. You've been managing those properties for 3 years. You know them better than anyone. I need someone I can trust. Someone competent. You're both. And the fact that we're sleeping together, irrelevant to your qualifications, relevant to whether people will respect you in the role. I know that, which is why I'm giving you the choice. Take it. Don't take it. I'll support either decision. What do you want me to do? I want you to do what's best for you. Not for me, not for us, for you. Evelyn hung up feeling more confused than before. That evening, she met her mother for dinner, told her about the offer. What does your gut say, her mother asked, that it's a great opportunity and a terrible idea? Why terrible? Because if we break up, I lose everything, the job, the relationship, my independence. I'm right back where I started. Are you planning to break up? No, but I didn't plan to stay with Derek for 5 years either. Plans change. Her mother set down her fork. You want my advice, real advice, not mother advice. Yes. Take the job, prove you earned it, and if it doesn't work out with Luca or with the position you walk away with, experience references and the knowledge that you tried. That's more than you had with Derek. What if people think I only got it because I'm sleeping with the boss? Let them think it, then prove them wrong. You've spent years proving you could survive. Time to prove you can thrive. Why? Mini climax number 3. 9 minutes. Evelyn accepted the job, started the following Monday. The team was skeptical. She could see it in their eyes, the whispers, the doubts. She addressed it head-on at the first staff meeting. I know what you're thinking, that I got this position because of my relationship with Mr. Moretti. You're partially right. He knows my work. Trust my judgment. But that trust was earned over 3 years of managing properties, dealing with difficult tenants, and solving problems Martin couldn't or wouldn't handle. She looked each person in the eye. I'm here because I'm good at my job, and I'm going to prove it. Every day. If that's not enough for you, my office is always open to discuss it. Otherwise, let's get to work. Silence. Then one person started clapping. Then another. Then the whole room. It wasn't acceptance, but it was a start. That night, Luca took her to dinner, celebrated, told her he was proud. You didn't need to prove yourself to them. Yes, I did, to them and to me. Evelyn sipped her wine. I need to know I'm more than Derek's victim, more than your girlfriend. Just me, Evelyn, capable and strong on my own. You are. You always have been. I'm starting to believe that. Their food arrived. They ate in comfortable silence. Then Luca's phone rang. He checked it, frowned. I need to take this. Business? Volkov. Evelyn's blood ran cold. Don't answer it. I have to, otherwise he'll escalate. Luca stepped outside, returned 5 minutes later looking grim. What did he want? To negotiate. He knows Derek talked. Knows I have evidence of his involvement. He wants to make a deal. What kind of deal? He backs off, leaves Chicago, gives me the waterfront contract. In exchange, I don't go to the FBI with what I know. You're going to say no. I'm going to say yes. Evelyn stared. What? Why? Because I promised you, no war, no revenge, just living. Luca took her hand. He gets to walk, but he walks away. From you, from me, from Chicago. That's victory enough. You're letting him go, after everything. I'm choosing you over revenge. There's a difference. Evelyn's throat tightened. I don't know what to say. Say you'll keep choosing me too, even when it's hard, even when I'm impossible. I will. I choose you every day. They finished dinner, went back to Evelyn's apartment, made love for the first time since Derek's capture. It was different, slower, tender instead of desperate, healing instead of hiding. Afterward, lying in the dark, Evelyn asked, Do you think we'll make it long term? I don't know, but I'm willing to try, for as long as you'll have me. Forever sounds nice. Forever's a long time. I've got nothing but time now. Derek's locked up. Volkov's leaving. Work is good. You're here. For the first time in my life, I have time to figure out what happy looks like. Luca pulled her closer. Then let's figure it out together. Mini climax number 4. 12 minutes. Major twist. 3 months passed. Smooth, quiet, almost boring in the best way. Evelyn thrived in her new role. The team respected her. The properties ran smoothly. Luca gave her space to succeed without interference. They dated, had normal couple fights about stupid things. Whose turn to do dishes? What to watch on TV? Where to eat dinner? Normal, beautifully, wonderfully normal. Then Derek's lawyer called. Ms. Carter, I'm representing Derek Monroe in his appeal. Appeal? He confessed. He's serving life. New evidence has come to light. Evidence suggesting coercion. That Mr. Moretti threatened Derek's family to secure his confession. Evelyn's world tilted. That's a lie. Is it because we have testimony? Phone records. Proof that Mr. Moretti contacted Derek's mother, his brother, made threats, promises, all to ensure Derek took the plea deal. Derek was guilty. The confession was real. The confession was coerced, which makes it inadmissible, which means Derek gets a new trial. And this time we're going after Mr. Moretti for witness tampering, obstruction, conspiracy. You can't. We can and we will. The hearing is in 2 weeks. Derek wants you there as a character witness for him. Are you insane? I'm his lawyer, and Ms. Carter, if you refuse to testify, we'll subpoena you, force you to take the stand, answer questions under oath about your relationship with Mr. Moretti, his methods, his control over you. He doesn't control me. Then prove it. Testify willingly. Tell the truth. Let the court decide. The lawyer hung up. Evelyn stood in her office shaking. This couldn't be happening. Derek couldn't get out. Not after everything. She called Luca. We have a problem. He listened, swore creatively. I'll handle it. How time went. The same way I handle everything. Money, pressure, leverage. No, that's exactly what they're accusing you of. If you interfere, it proves their case. Then what do you suggest? We fight it legally, with truth, with evidence, the right way. The right way takes time and gives Derek opportunities to manipulate, to lie, to hurt you from inside a courtroom. I know, but it's the only way that doesn't make us just as bad as him. Luca was quiet. You're asking me to trust the same system that let Derek abuse you for 5 years. I'm asking you to trust me, to believe I'm strong enough to face him, to testify, to tell my truth without breaking. And if the truth isn't enough, if they let him out, then we deal with it together. But Luca, I need you to let me fight this battle. You fought so many for me. This one's mine. He was silent for a long time. Okay, we do it your way, but I'm there. Every hearing, every testimony, right beside you. I wouldn't want it any other way. Mini climax number 5, 15 minutes. The 2 weeks before the hearing were hell. Evelyn met with prosecutors, reviewed evidence, prepared testimony. Every night she dreamed of Derek, of his hands, his rage, his promises to never let her go. But she didn't break, didn't run, didn't hide. She showed up. The courthouse was packed, media, spectators, Derek's family glaring at her from across the gallery. And Derek, in an orange jumpsuit, clean-shaven, looking almost normal, almost like the man she'd fallen in love with before he became a monster. Their eyes met. He smiled, that same charming smile that had fooled her for years. Evelyn looked away first. The hearing started with Derek's lawyer painting a picture of a man driven to desperation by a powerful criminal, of threats against his family, of a coerced confession extracted under duress. Derek Monroe is not a monster, the lawyer argued. He's a victim of Luca Moretti's obsession with Evelyn Carter, of a system that lets the rich and powerful destroy ordinary men. Then it was the prosecution's turn. They called Evelyn to the stand. She walked up, placed her hand on the Bible, swore to tell the truth. Derek's lawyer stood, smiled, went for the throat. Ms. Carter, you're currently in a romantic relationship with Luca Moretti, correct? Yes. And he pays your salary, provides your housing, controls your financial security. He employs me, I earn my salary, I pay my own rent. But your apartment building he owns, it doesn't he? He owns many buildings. That doesn't mean he controls me, Marcy. Doesn't it? You left Derek Monroe, a man you claim abused you, and immediately moved in with another powerful man. One who uses violence to solve problems. How is that not trading one abuser for another? Evelyn's hands clenched. Because Luca has never hit me, never threatened me, never made me afraid to speak my mind. He's nothing like Derek. But he did threaten Derek, threatened his family to secure a confession. Isn't that abuse of power? Objection? The prosecutor stood. Calls for speculation. Sustained, rephrased counselor. The lawyer smiled. Ms. Carter, did Mr. Moretti ever discuss Derek's family with you? Their safety, their futures? Evelyn's throat tightened. If she lied, she'd commit perjury. If she told the truth, she'd condemn Luca. He mentioned that Derek's actions affected his family, that they'd suffer consequences. What kind of consequences? Loss of reputation, financial strain, the normal results of having a family member commit crimes. Nothing more specific, no threats, no promises. No. Are you sure? Because we have phone records showing Mr. Moretti contacted Derek's brother the day before Derek's confession. What do you think they discussed? I don't know. I wasn't there. But you trust Mr. Moretti, so if he did threaten Derek's family, would he tell you? Evelyn met Derek's eyes across the courtroom. Saw the hope there, the belief that he could still manipulate her, control her, win. Luca tells me everything, and he told me he gave Derek a choice. Plead guilty and protect his family from the legal fallout, or fight it and watch them suffer alongside him. That's not a threat, Ahatum. That's reality. Actions have consequences. Derek chose his. But Mr. Moretti influenced that choice. Derek influenced his own choice when he beat me for 5 years, when he broke into Luca's building with a gun, when he killed a man during his escape. Derek made every decision that led him to that cell. Nobody forced him. Nobody coerced him. He did it to himself. The courtroom erupted. Derek's lawyer tried to regain control, but Evelyn wasn't done. Derek Monroe wants you to believe he's a victim, that I'm a victim under new management. But I'm not a victim anymore. I'm a survivor, and I survived him. His fists, his threats, his gaslighting. I survived all of it, and I'm not going to let him revise history just because his ego can't handle that I chose myself over him. Oye. Mini climax number 6, 18 minutes. The judge called a recess. Evelyn stepped down from the stand shaking. Luca was waiting. You were amazing. I was angry. Same thing. He pulled her close. They can't overturn the confession. Not after that testimony. Don't be so sure. Derek's lawyer is good, and the system loves giving men second chances. They were right to worry. The hearing stretched over 3 days. Derek's family testified about Luca's threats, about feeling pressured, manipulated. Luca's lawyers countered with evidence, phone records showing the conversations were cordial, brief, professional, but the damage was done. Doubt had been planted. On the 3rd day, the judge made her ruling. After reviewing the evidence and testimony, I find insufficient proof of coercion. Derek Monroe's confession stands. However, given the concerns raised about Mr. Moretti's involvement, I'm ordering a full investigation into his business practices. Pending that investigation, Mr. Monroe's appeal is denied. This court is adjourned. Relief flooded through Evelyn. Derek wasn't getting out. But the investigation meant Luca was now under scrutiny. His businesses, his methods, his entire empire at risk. I'm sorry, she told him outside the courthouse. This is my fault. No, it's Derek's fault, and his lawyers, and the systems for even entertaining this bullshit. Luca's jaw was tight. But we won today. That's what matters. You're under investigation because of me. I've been under investigation my whole life. This is nothing new. Luca. Evelyn, stop. We won. Derek stays locked up. You're safe. Everything else is manageable. But that night alone in her apartment, Evelyn wondered, was it manageable or was she destroying Luca the way Derek had tried to destroy her? Her phone rang. Unknown number. She almost didn't answer. Hello. You think you won? Derek's voice calling from prison. But you didn't. You just made things harder. For him, for you, for everyone. How did you get this number? I have friends inside, outside, everywhere, and they're going to make your life hell. Not because I asked them to, because they want to, because hurting Moretti means power, and you're his weakness. I'm nobody's weakness. Keep telling yourself that. But when they come for you, and they will come, remember, I tried to warn you, I tried to protect you. You chose the wrong man, Evelyn. I chose the right one because he lets me choose. You never did. She hung up, blocked the number, but Derek's words echoed. They're gonna come for you. She called Luca. Derek just called me from prison, threatened me, said people are going to come after me to hurt you. I know, I already heard. I'm handling it. How just? Trust me, please, just trust me. I do, but Luca, I'm scared. Not of Derek, of what loving you costs, of the danger it puts me in. Then walk away. I'll protect you from a distance, give you peace, safety, a normal life. I don't want normal without you. Then trust me, let me handle the threats, the enemies, the darkness, while you live in the light. Deal. Mini climax number 7, 21 minutes. 1 month later, the FBI showed up at Evelyn's office. Ms. Carter, we have questions about Luca Moretti, your relationship, his business practices. I've already testified. Everything's on record. New information has come to light. Information suggesting Mr. Moretti runs a criminal enterprise, extortion, bribery, money laundering. We believe you have knowledge of these activities. I don't. You're his girlfriend, his employee. You expect us to believe he keeps you completely in the dark. I expect you to believe the truth. I manage properties, legal properties. I review lease agreements, not criminal enterprises. Then you won't mind if we examine your records, financial statements, communications with Mr. Moretti. Not without a warrant. The agent smiled. We have one for the properties, for your office, for your personal finances. They seized everything. Computers, files, even her personal phone. When Luca found out, he was furious. They're targeting you to get to me. I know. What do? We cooperate, give them everything, because there's nothing to find. You're clean. I've made sure of it. You made sure. I've kept you separate from my other businesses for exactly this reason. Whatever they find in your records will prove you're legitimate, not involved, not complicit. You planned for this. I planned for everything. 2 weeks later, the FBI returned her property, cleared her of wrongdoing. But they weren't done with Luca. The investigation expanded. Grand juries, subpoenas, witnesses testifying about Luca's past, his methods, his empire built on violence and fear. They're going to indict me, he told her one night, for racketeering, maybe worse. What does that mean? A prison, years, maybe decades if they make everything stick. Evelyn's world crumbled. No, there has to be a way out. There is. I cooperate. Give them bigger fish. Testify against my partners. Destroy everything I've built to save myself. Then do it. I can't. Those partners know where you live, where your mother lives, where everyone I care about lives. If I betray them, they'll retaliate, and I can't protect you from inside a cell. So what? It'd go to prison to protect me. That's not protection. That's sacrifice. It's both. Luca cupped her face. But I need you to promise me something. If I go away, you move on. Find someone safe. Normal. Someone who doesn't come with FBI investigations and death threats. No, Evelyn. I said no. I didn't survive Derek just to lose you to your past. We'll fight this. Together. Find lawyers, witnesses, proof you've changed. Have I changed, or am I still the same man who'd killed to protect you? You're the man who chose a negotiation over war with Volkov, who let the system handle Derek instead of taking revenge. You've changed, and we're going to prove it. Tunem. Mini climax numbered 8:24 minutes. Major twist. The trial started 6 months later. Federal prosecutors painted Luca as a monster, a crime boss who'd corrupted Chicago for decades. His lawyers fought back. Character witnesses, evidence of legitimate businesses, testimony from people Luca had helped. Evelyn testified again. About the man she knew, the one who protected without controlling, who chose mercy over revenge. Luca Moretti isn't perfect, she told the jury. He's made mistakes, hurt people, built an empire on fear, but he's also saved lives, protected the vulnerable, and worked every day to be better than his father, than his past. If you convict him, you're convicting a man who's trying to change, not the man he used to be. The prosecution's rebuttal was brutal. Change doesn't erase crimes. It doesn't bring back the people he's hurt. Ms. Carter may believe he's reformed, but belief isn't evidence. And evidence shows Luca Moretti is exactly who we say he is, a criminal. The jury deliberated for 3 days. When they returned, Evelyn held Luca's hand, felt him trembling. This man who feared nothing was terrified now. On the charge of racketeering, how do you find Brian not guilty? Relief crashed through the courtroom, but the prosecutor wasn't done. On the charge of money laundering, guilty. Evelyn's heart stopped. On the charge of extortion, guilty on 2 counts, not guilty on 3. Mixed verdicts, enough to convict, not enough to destroy. The judge set sentencing for 6 weeks. Luca faced 5 to 15 years. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed. Evelyn pushed through them to find Luca. I'm sorry, he said. I'm so sorry. Don't. We knew this was possible. I wanted better for you, for us. We'll figure it out. Appeals, reduced sentences, something. Evelyn, I need you to listen. If I go away, you can't wait for me. 5 years is too long. 10 is impossible. You deserve a life, not visiting hours and collect calls. What I deserve is you, however long it takes. You say that now. I'll say it in 5 years, 10, 20, because I choose you every day, every year, every decade I choose you. Luca pulled her close, kissed her like it was the last time. Maybe it was. Then I'll make it worth the wait. Mini climax number 9, 27 minutes. Sentencing day arrived cold and gray. The courtroom was packed again. Luca stood in his suit, shoulders back, ready to face whatever came. The judge reviewed the case, the evidence, the testimonies. Mr. Moretti, you've been found guilty of serious crimes. crimes that hurt people, damaged communities, corrupted institutions. She paused. But I've also reviewed letters, hundreds of them, from people you've helped, employees, tenants, women you've protected from abusive situations. The picture that emerges is complex, a man capable of both great harm and great good. Evelyn held her breath. After careful consideration, I'm sentencing you to 7 years in federal prison, with the possibility of parole after 4 if you demonstrate genuine rehabilitation. 7 years, not 5, not 15, 7. Survivable, barely. Luca turned to look at Evelyn, mouthed, I love you. She mouthed back, I'll wait. They took him away in handcuffs. Evelyn watched him disappear through the door, her heart shattering into pieces she'd have to reassemble later. Her mother found her in the hallway. Come on, baby, let's go home. I don't have a home without him. Yes, you do. You've always had yourself, and that's enough. The next 4 years were the hardest of Evelyn's life. She visited Luca every week, wrote letters, sent photos, kept him connected to the outside world. She ran his legitimate businesses, built her career, proved she could thrive without him beside her. She went to therapy, processed Derek, processed Luca, processed 7 years of trauma packed into a life that had barely started. And slowly, carefully, she learned something Derek had tried to kill. She learned to be happy, alone, complete, whole, not waiting for Luca, but living until he returned. Mini climax number 10. 30 minutes, 4 years, 2 months, 17 days. Evelyn stood outside the federal prison watching the gates. Luca emerged in civilian clothes, thinner but stronger, his eyes scanning the crowd until they found her. He smiled. She ran. They collided in the middle of the parking lot, holding each other like drowning people finding shore. You waited, he whispered. I lived. There's a difference. Tell me everything. I want to know what I missed. They drove to her apartment, bigger now, nicer, earned through her own success. Luca looked around with something like awe. You did this, all of this, without me. I did it because of you, because you taught me I could. They talked for hours about his time inside, about her promotions, about the world that had kept turning without them together. What happens now, Evelyn asked as the sun set. Now we figure out who we are after everything, after prison, after Derek, after all of it. I know who I am. I'm Evelyn Carter, survivor, property manager, woman who loves a reformed criminal. Reformed, I like that. Are you reformed? Luca considered. I'm trying to be every day. It's harder than I thought. Resisting old patterns, old solutions. Then we'll do it together, one day at a time. What if I slip? What if the violence comes back? Then I'll call you on it and you'll deal with it, because that's what partners do. They keep each other honest. Luca pulled her close. I missed you every single day. I missed you too, but I also found myself, and I think you needed to find yourself too. Did I? You tell me. Who is Luca Moretti now? He thought about it. A man trying to build instead of destroy, to protect without controlling, to love without possessing. That's a good man. I'd like to know him better. Give me time. I'm still figuring him out. They had time now, years of it, decades if they were lucky. An Evelyn Carter survivor fighter woman who'd walked through hell and emerged stronger knew exactly what to do with it. Live, love, thrive, on her own terms, with a partner who'd earned the right to stand beside her. Not because he'd saved her, but because she'd saved herself, and then chosen him anyway. 6 months later, Luca proposed. Simple ring, simple question. Marry me. Not because you made me, but because you want me. Because we choose each other every day for the rest of our lives. Evelyn looked at this man who'd seen her broken and loved her anyway, who'd gone to prison partly for her, who'd let her grow and thrive and become herself. Yes, I choose you today, tomorrow, forever. They married in a small ceremony, her mother, his team, a few close friends, nothing fancy, nothing big. Just two people who'd survived impossible things, learning to live ordinary lives together. And when the priest said, you may kiss the bride, Luca kissed Evelyn like she was air and he was drowning. Like she was home. I love you, he whispered against her lips. I know, and I love you too. They walked out of the courthouse into sunlight, into traffic, into a future nobody had promised them. But they'd fought for it anyway, survived for it, bled for it, and now it was theirs. Evelyn Carter, no longer victim, no longer just survivor, but woman-wife, fighter human being, who'd learned that strength isn't about never falling, but about getting up every single time, looked at her husband and smiled. Ready. For what? Everything. The rest of our lives. Whatever comes next. Luca took her hand, squeezed tight. With you, I'm ready for anything. They walked forward, together, as equals. And the past Derek prison violence fears stayed behind them where it belonged. Because some stories don't end with happily ever after. They end with two people choosing each other despite everything, building a life worth living and refusing to let their scars define their future. That was enough. More than enough. It was everything.